Okay, so part 2 of today's stream is we're going to watch the finals of Korea's first cup. If you guys missed it on Saturday, we missed a heartbreaking last game where Bobe got tiebreakered out of top 8. And Ruler got punted back to LPL. He has to retire from TFT now and play the inferior game, League of Legends, wherever the nerds call it these days. So a little bit sad. What was the poll? What was the poll? Let me see. The poll results: 49%. 49% thumbs up, 31% ta, 9% thumbs down. That's good. I think we'll take that. The thumbs down people, as we're playing this, let's take a real quick ad break. But let me know what you guys don't like about the patch. I'm curious. You wanted a Nami nerf? Really? You think Nami needs a nerf? I kind of want her to be like a viable early game unit. If you guys have never listened to Koreans casting TFT, it is exactly how you would imagine it. Yeah, they go crazy when the fights are close, especially when it's like, you know, Akali, KDA Akali trying to take out like 4 units by herself. They'll go like, "Whoa, Akali! Ooh. Yeah!" It's actually so funny.
근데 이번엔 정말 다른 분위기를 좀 보여주고 있는 것 같아요.
이번엔 정말 다르다. 근데 정동물 선수가 항상 같은 시나리오긴 했어요. 16강은 정말 좋은
Disco line over nerf, no double up changes. Well, fair enough. If you're like protesting because your favorite game mode didn't get changes, I can see that. I mean, what do you want to change about double up? Alright, let's do a quick intro to the players. This is the top 8. So Dongul has made it to Worlds before. Actually, out of all these players, Dongul, Bintum, Panda have made it to Worlds. Levision, you might have actually seen him on North America. He actually plays under KR Levision, so like this is the guy. Panda has I think Panda probably has some of the most reputation to rebuild after his performance at set 9 Worlds. Set 9 Worlds, he averaged like a 6. Like it was like pretty bad. But I mean, he made it to Worlds. He's like 1700 LP. Like you can't be like, there's no way he's actually like a 6.0 average player at Worlds. So he's pretty solid. I don't know this guy, and he has 0 accomplishments. Wow, they couldn't find a single thing about him. No TFT results at all. Maybe he's new to TFT. Maybe he's new to TFT. This dude has accomplished nothing, but he's 1100 LP. This guy, same thing by the way. No accomplishments, but wearing sunglasses at least. Dude, 1100 LP. That could be you guys. Who's 1100 LP in chat? Oh, sending out the KDA or Ari. The Ari pose. Oh man. And he's growing like a little mullet. I like that. All of chat. Yeah, that's right. Everyone in chat is 1100. If you're not 1100, don't worry. Raptor is farming EUNE to make our average LP high. Bintum, so he's won multiple tournaments, made it to Worlds before. If you guys also don't remember, Bintum also entered Box Bootcamp in North America and did well. He was also like a Box Bootcamp player, so he's legit. He has respect. EUNE KEKW. Oh, JJ Star, 408 LP. his peak is 1112. That's not bad. So a lot of these, like, there's a lot of like 1K LP players in the lobby. No, a lot of like new players though. A lot of new players. I'm sad my main man Bobe didn't make it though. Oh, Levision. I like his hair. He's kind of a cutie. He actually looks a little bit like Kiyun. He actually, it's hard to say because I haven't seen the rest of his face, but just like the upper half, doesn't this guy kind of look a little bit like Kiyun? A little bit. He looks like Josh Seki. Oh, I can see that too. The uwu boy.
그리고 민돌 씨 선수입니다. 준비를 정말 열심히 했다라는
Mindol.
생각이 들고 있고, 실제
I've seen him compete. He's I've seen him like play in different tournaments before. So this guy is kind of like a the rising, like the not the rising, but like the up and coming, like trying to break out. It's kind of like where a lot of lad members are probably. I've seen him compete for a while in ladder. And this is Dongul. This guy is like I think Bebe compared him to like Kurum. He's been like here since the very beginning in set 1. Oh my god, the $10 trophy. The plastic looking like you McDonald's Happy Meal trophy. Bebe compared Dongul to like to Kurum. He's been playing a lot of tournaments since set 1. He's done well in a lot of them. He's just been like an OG. He's never been considered like the best player in Korea, but he's like been around and been competitive for many sets.
자, 경기 시작됐습니다. 결승전 첫 번째 경기고요. 정동글이 찬란한 아이템 쪽으로 좀 위치를 하고 있었는데 판다 선수도 따라갔습니다. 쇼타임
Racist? What do you mean I'm being racist? What are you even talking about? Saying that he looks like Korea, looks like Kiyun? It's the hairstyle, man. It's the hairstyle.
확률 대결에서는 좀 밀렸었거든요.
판다 선수가 선택을 받으면서요. 자, 이렇게 첫 번째 매치가 시작이 됐습니다.
All right, here we go. Match number 1.
뭐 결승전에 오는 선수 모두 다 무난한 처음 선택이 오늘 전체 경기에서 다 나올 것 같아요. 네.
So Korea plays a lot more reroll. Like part of the reason why I was talking about like Kaisa 3 and a couple of other things is because like Korea plays Kaisa 3. They played Lulu 3, they played Kaisa 3, they played Bard reroll, MF reroll, like a lot. They're willing to play a lot of off meta rerolls, which is kind of cool.
때로는 막 나가야 될 때도 있는 거거든요.
그렇죠.
네, 무난하게만 해서는 또 이제
What's the portal? Oh, I don't know. I can't read Korean. I can't read Korean.
룰이 특히나 그렇죠. 체크메이트로 또 진행이 되고 있다 보니까 확실한 1등이 필요한 룰 아니겠습니까? 말씀하신 대로 과감성이 또 필요한 매치가 파이널 매치입니다.
예, 경기를 풀어나가는 방식들도 많잖아요. 누군가는
Hold on one sec, guys.
누군가는 초반부터 좀 세게
Exchange
나가는
a couple things here.
또 이제 뭐 탐켄치, 올라프 같은 경우에는 또 1라운드에서도 홀로 풀 클립이
Okay. So
오늘 꽤 많이 먹은
our diver Evelyn,
골드 쪽에 신경을 많이 쓰는 모습이
Bruiser Olaf. They also do reroll Olaf as well.
오박사 선수가 16강
They love one cost reroll.
좋진 않았습니다.
Bebe told me that Korea likes one cost reroll the most.
이 조합의 완성도에 있어서는 다른 쪽에 힘이 좀 빠지는 모습이 있었거든요.
예.
I've been spamming Kaisa Bard for weeks. It's my favorite comp.
1코, 2코 리롤들이 막 좀 터치잖아요.
Okay,
이번 그
good to know.
초반에 올라프 리롤덱을 좀 많이 했었는데
오.
요즘에는 중국 쪽에서도 많이 활용을 하고 있는 약간 뜨는 덱 중에 하나였거든요.
Sticks and Stones, Silver Veil. Nothing really exciting here.
초기에 했기 때문에 그때는 잘 통했습니다.
Helps on the way. Conan buffet. Some like some pretty decent silvers.
딜이 분명 있을 거예요.
Okay, so we took Buried Treasures bottom center. Leighton Forge. Leighton Forge is like it's just so troll. It feels like you can't really slam certain things. Like if you're playing the AP line, what you slam heavily determines like kind of what AP units you want to play around. And then like Leighton Forge like takes forever, so you're like waiting to see if you hit like the Zonias for like a TF or something. But his items are pretty generic with like vest, belt, and glove. 3 Leighton Forges.
좀 알거든요 그 맛을. 그래서 호두보이 선수 일단 난동꾼
Riot has 11% layoffs. That sucks. Wait, Riot has layoffs? I mean that sucks, but like honestly, 11% is not like Twitch ditched like a third of their company. I guess, but Riot is like a big company in general, so layoffs in general are not. It's not like okay, well, not even a loss. It's like it is a loss. Some people lost their jobs. Not the time to be joking about Heartsteel cash outs, you know. But at the same time, it actually makes me a little bit scared because like obviously that means that Riot needs to also be tightening their belts. It's just tough. Can you guys start buying more chibis already so Riot doesn't fire more people? Thanks in advance. Silver Veil. Silver Veil is kind of weak early, but that probably means like a melee reroller. JG Slam. Interesting. You'd rather go JG than Archangels or Hodge. Okay, so he wants to slam a AP item for his disco opener, but he doesn't want to slam Archangels because that kills his tier, and that gives him like tier is what really gives you access to playing like a variable amount of AP carries. If you slam Archangels, that kind of means you are just playing like what's the fate?
15배와 동점이었지만
I guess you could actually. That's not true. Actually, you could slam. You could play archangels into Akarthus, but then you used your tier, so you don't have the mana generating item on him.
동일하게 일단 뭐 표정 자체는 온화한 표정을 오늘도 보여주고 있긴 합니다.
리븐 페어. 근데 너무 무거워요.
The thing is, JG still does not feel like the best slam early. We'll see.
를 만들어 뒀기 때문에 생각해 볼 수 있지만 이게 너무 초반 단계라서 지금 가져가는데 이성이 늦게 붙는다.
500 position. Oh wow. I actually didn't realize. Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay, never mind. I thought that I did not realize Riot was that big. Holy cow. 500.
럭키 리븐 이성이 나와주면 얘기가 달라지죠.
Jesus. Never mind. That is a huge thing.
이 창고에서 노느냐
I mean, layoffs suck. This guy has 2 Rivens on the bench and sells it. Sells the Riven pair. Wow. I mean, he wants to make gold, but I don't know about you guys. I have bow, glove, and I have 2 Rivens. I'd rather sell everything else.
그래서 한 선수는 계속
Damn.
문제기를 못 쓰고 갔습니다. 문제 3개.
룰러 선수도 그랬고
That is.
상대체에서도 확인하지 않았어. 유텔미 선수였던 걸로 기억하고
I mean, at this rate, I'm not sure if this guy's gonna add to his resume in TFT. So far, he has a single hyphen. He has a single dash. That's his entire resume. I'm not sure if he's adding to that today. Come on, man. What is? Where's the commitment?
대회에서 이게 완성시키기가 쉽지 않다. 뭐 이런 이야기를 여러 번 해주셨는데 어제 딱그 장면을 여러 번 봤고 요네와 리븐이 들어온 정동글이에요.
Maybe someone else is playing Riven.
어제도 등장했었던 제자 이포대.
This guy's trying to play Yone, right? That means that you can play Riven. Was the layouts in a specific region? I'm not entirely sure. It wouldn't surprise me if it was mainly like North America or something like that, like the most expensive employees. Employees are expensive in general. It's not just their salaries. It's like you have to pay for like the other things around it as well. Their benefits, their retirement stuff, healthcare. Nice. Olaf took 40 or 60% of his HP. Olaf is like such a... I can't tell who I hate going up against more. Tarek 2 with items or Olaf 2 with items. Probably Olaf 2, but like Tarek 2 right now is also like man, I hate going up against this unit. Yeah, he also had a BT. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Also, food and office space. That is true, assuming that they're not fully remote. But Riot, I know, was big on RTO. Like there was when COVID happened. Oh wow, look at this.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Grief versus Griefer. Trapping the Olaf was actually a really big play. Actually, if Mindel trapped, I think he would have won or lost rather. He would have been better off because he had he's like no damage once the Annie's dies. I guess Tarek does damage. Man, that sucks for Mindel. Bodyguard, I think for 2 months. Yeah, at least a pretty extensive post. I might read it. The thing is, I don't know if I want to like do a dramatic reading of it or anything like that because it was kind of tasteless. Some people lost their careers, and for a lot of people, Riot is their dream job. You know, it was at one point mine. When I was like working early in the industry and League of Legends was popping, I kind of thought about like, oh, like maybe one day I'll be like a Riot employee. I even applied to work at Riot a few years ago. They rejected me though. The guy that you saw, I actually don't know if I 100% have verification of it, but I'm pretty sure I applied for the same job that Michael Sherman got, and obviously Michael Sherman pulled off things like the Vegas land and whatnot, and it's like, okay, I totally get it. Like they picked him over me, it makes sense. Any 3? 35 gold. Actually, you can make 40. He's rerolling Olaf as well. Hood boy. Okay, we just rolled 20 gold and we found 0 Olafs. Okay, more like dead boy. This dude really committed to Olaf reroll with a single Olaf and a headliner. He said me Olaf and then rolled 20 gold and then found nothing. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. The company is offering a minimum 6-month salary, cash bonus, career support, and personal computer. Oh wow, that's actually very generous. I don't know if you guys have heard of the other layoffs happening, but some of the way the founders and other CEO executives are screwing over tech company layoffs is actually vomit inducing. Some executives are just completely shameless, and yeah, they deserve, like, anything bad that happens to them. It's not like I hope bad things happen to them, but if like karma is like kind of a real thing sometimes. And so, like, they screw over a bunch of other people and probably don't think twice about it. Or they, like, pretend that they're like, crying. You know, the LinkedIn CEO, like crying as they, like, make their post on LinkedIn. I'm not talking about gaming, by the way. I'm just, like, looking because I see a lot of news about layoffs all the time these days. Some of them are completely shameless, and they should be embarrassed. But, you know, you have two choices. Either be embarrassed about it and, like, I guess make yourself feel better and make other people feel better and make their lives better, or you could selfishly make your own life better and people forget about it because that's what society does. You just one day people just stop being mad about it because they don't have energy to care anymore because there's too much other shit going on. Oh my god, a TG. Well, they're nerfing that. Good thing they're nerfing that. Someone took last stand. Pretty hype. Some of these software jobs are pretty fake. That is true. That is pretty true. There's a lot of bloat. A lot of companies did overhire, and the pandemic gave a lot of, like, bad expectations of, like, what happened. But at the same time, they had to scale to meet demand. Like, some people are like, okay, like, I don't know what these companies are thinking. Clearly, the pandemic numbers were unsustainable, but it's like, at the same time, some companies did need to scale up during the pandemic because demand was, like, so high for, like, different things. So, you know, what are we supposed to do? Just not actually meet the demand at the time? I mean, it sucks to hire than fire, but, like, at the same time, some companies, like, didn't really have much of a choice. Not all of them, though. When is 14.2 realizing? Probably, like, Wednesday morning. I think tomorrow night I might do the OCE thing, play on OCE for a little bit on the new patch. That sounds more exciting. But it is crazy to me that 11% of Riot is 500 employees. That just sounds like too much. Okay, latent forge cash outs. Trickster's Glass is pretty underrated for just in general. Also, we found out, thanks to Clement and Tanner, we found out that the best item for Lulu 3 is Trickster's Glass. Because Trickster's Glass Lulu helps herself go infinite. So Twin Terror Lulu might be really good, but I'm pretty sure Trickster's Glass is Lulu Biss. I didn't even know that, but that makes sense. This guy rerolled Annie. Mindle rerolled Annie and has 1 tier for her. He committed to Annie and he has 0 items made for her. What the heck? Just a single tier? Me, Annie. All right, man. All right. Does the layoffs mean the MMO's dead? I hate to be the one that breaks. Wait, he's one for Tom Kench 3. Holy. Oh my god. Idealism TK3? He gets a stim pack after this turn, which is nice. He needs, the thing about it is that you kind of need anti-heal. Oh, Olaf? Yeah, I was gonna say I hate to be the one that breaks it to you, but I've been on the Riot MMO doubter since like week 1. Oh, this is rating item. Okay, so for this spot, looks like he wants to play a card that's a Akali. Is it Radiant GS for like a card that's a Akali? Radiant Gunblade? Okay. They did buff it. I mean, Radiant TG is kind of hard. Oh, he doesn't have any items. Oh, Spark? What? Radiant GS is actually acceptable, I guess, as well.
거학도
He also had no Annie items. But isn't Radiant Spark kind of the nuts?
과학으로 선택을 마쳤고요.
Like, I feel like that's like the best item you can ask for in Annie.
세트가 붙었고.
너무 안 나오고.
Okay, so he's saying I don't have Annie items.
폴디자는 그래도 계속
But like, why are we playing Annie if that's the case?
뽑아내야 되긴 하는데 어쨌든 전투 가격제 아닌가?
Bintum took Radiant GS? That sounds like
예.
that sounds nutty on Riven.
빈틈 선수
Radiant GS.
라이너로 떴네요. 그리고 케이틀린도 있고 포르키까지 바로
But oh, actually, I think he wants to play. I think he wants to play Yone.
중요할 것 같아요. 여기에서 수온을 넣어두느냐 아니면 정수온
공 상태네요.
No Quicksilver Riven.
이제 CC
Really?
지금과 같이
Oh, he took helps on the way and then angled Riven because he wanted to get Banshees.
마지막 증강체가 어디 쓰느냐도
No Quicksilver, no anti-CC Riven is like really hard to pull off right now, especially with all the Namis and Lulus and stuff like that. Vexes. It just
맞으면 어쨌든
feels really, really hard.
아, 딜을 한 번에 시킬 수 있다라는 그런 장점이 있잖아요.
자, 세 번째 증강 프리즘 증강이고요.
야, 이렇게 되면 후드보이
Why Sam IE? I think he wants to play Yone. I think he wants to play Yone.
이제부터는 체력의 그 빠지는 속도가
I think if you're playing cleaver or stuff like that, Yone makes more sense.
4라운드 증강을 가져갔을 때
I'm pretty sure if he didn't slam Quicksilver, he's probably gonna go for Yone instead.
올라프는 완성이 안 됐잖아요. 한 장 남았어요.
급합니다.
찍혔습니다.
자, 드디어
Bottom right has 2 Radiant items. He took Radiant Shojin, rolling for Twisted Fate.
이제부터 분위기가 바뀝니다.
아, 근데 좀 많이
Viego 2 bottom center. That's really strong. He's playing around Jin.
조합의 완성을
Cybernetic
시키는
Bulk,
시간이 또 필요하다
Pharmacist
보니까
3, Binary.
타이밍이 언제가 될지 좀 지켜봐야 되겠죠.
Some guy took Lucky
올릴 수
Gloves.
있느냐가 이제 현실적인 목표가 될 수도 있겠습니다. 하지만 3연승 중이고요. 빈틈을 만났네요.
I mean, IE, Radiant GS, and Hodge sounds pretty good for Yone.
부담감 좀 커지죠.
자, 올라프가 금방 무너집니다.
와, 찬템의 힘.
Oh my god. Wait, Cleaver on Viego sounds pretty good actually.
그렇죠.
Not that like it's just that he applies all these AoE things so well. So it's like Cleaver's like great.
상당히
Stim pack.
빈틈의 리븐이
Got the stimmy.
레비전 선수는 연승을 달리고 있는 상황에서 한번 끊기긴
KDA, Karthus, Akali.
자, 예정대로 카서스를 잘 찾아서 조합을 완성시켜 놓은
This guy's board. And if he had Akali too, the board would actually look really, really good.
자, 트페가
Ziggs.
합니다. 자, 바로 투입까지
We have, oh my god, he hit! Radiant Shojin, Radiant Archangels, and JG. My god! All of a sudden, that JG looks crazy.
조합이 뭐
Ho, 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 ho. How much AP does this guy have?
반등할 수 있을 것 같은데요.
Oh my god. He like one-shot the Olaf. Yeah, not really, but because Olaf had like 40% HP, but that still is crazy.
아, 다른 선수의 체력을 완전히 다 깎아놨어야 돼요, 미리미리.
예.
그런 부분들이
Are you a dog person? I'm more of a cat person. More of a cat person.
이 8점을 차지하고 임팩트 선수 같은 경우에도 간당간당하게 지금 체력이 보존되고 있지 않습니까?
In path on the young 7 loss streak. Sell Riven pair into 7 loss into Dedge. Kind of what's going on right now. I mean, I think Impact took last stand, right? So I think he's the last stand player. Dangul. Radiant Shojin. Oh, God. Oh, he's trying to play around cards with Kali.
골드가 다 말라버렸잖아.
Because he has a spat.
자가 없어요, 자. 아.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know what events happened to transpire to get us to this point, but this is looking like an 8th. He's trying to play 80 flex with TG on his headliner with no lucky gloves in a prismatic lobby, in a radiant portal lobby where like your carries are going to be giga juiced. He wins? He got Edge of Night on Ezreal. Oh, that's actually so insane. Crest of Cinders. That's the name of Radiant Red buff. He hit Lowy 2 on 8? No way. How is that fair? That oh my god. This guy was giga dead and then he just hits a Lowy 2 on 8. Okay, split positioning. This guy's a beast. Where was this at Worlds, man? This guy should have won Set 9 Worlds with these kinds of rolls. This guy went dead last at Worlds. He averaged like a 6.0. Today, he's probably gonna average like a 1.2. Masterclass. Masterclass. Inpath.
알아볼 수 있는 그
Inpath's not playing Last Stand. Who's the Last Stand player?
판다 선수 그리고 민돌씨 선수와 함께
Cash out.
하고 있는 두 명의 선수고요.
일단 정동근 선수가 비에고를 정리를 해주면서 한 번 더 헤드라이너 선택.
Oh, he had an eco? Okay. I mean, it's still though.
승부입니다.
네. 근데 이게 그런
Radiant Shojin Ez is kind of cracked. Let me actually look up Radiant Shojin's how much mana it gives.
제비부에서
I said this the other day. I haven't like done a Radiant item pass in quite some time. 15 mana starting, get 10 bonus mana.
그 상황인데 또 이제 헤드라이너와 함께 다른 쪽 이코
Guys, so it's like having 2 Shojins. That's pretty good. Double Shojin Ezreal was good. It's just that it costs 2 item slots, so you don't really want to itemize that way unless its base damage is really high.
네, 제드
We're still rolling at 8, which is like bad news. He's still rolling for Ez2.
나오네요. 워낙 비싸다 보니까.
What do you do with this spat?
골드가 더 필요한데.
그리고 도합상 20개가
Bintum is going for Riven.
He hit Riven 3? He hit a double Riven shop in one roll.
지금 체력이 15밖에 남아 있지 않은
Kale 3? Dude, this lobby's actually kind of interesting.
네.
Oh, we rebuilt the Riven with Quicksilver. Wait a second.
살짝 부족한 상황이고 시간이 좀 촉박했었거든요.
아하.
He went 8th?
야, 이러면 빈틈 패배.
Oh my god.
지금 빈틈이
He's punching the
얼마나
desk.
알수 있는 장면이었습니다.
Oh man, you guys see that? Let's do the instant replay.
쳤어요, 삼성이.
Let's do this. So he rolls down.
골드가 더 필요한데.
And he rolled too slow. He rolled too slow.
그러니까 디스크를 지금 쓰지 못하고
Last roll, he has Riven 3 right here. He just because he's a Riven. And if he gets Riven 3, he survives. He may even like make the big comeback with Radiant GS.
간발의 차이로.
자, 빈틈 지금 체력이 15밖에 남아 있지 않은.
And then as he's losing, because he's going against the Giga Juice TF,
자, 일단
he dies at 15 HP, which is really unlikely.
살짝 부족한 상황이고 시간이 좀 촉박했었거든요.
아하. 야, 이러면 빈틈 패배.
Oh no, poor keyboard.
얼마나 화가 났는지를 알 수 있는 장면이었습니다.
Oh man, he died at exact lethal. Oh, exacties. That's
해야 되다 보니까
damn,
쿨하게
man.
하잖아요. 이때 약간의 그 시간이 좀 부족했던 것 같네요.
His fault. I mean, it's an 8 p.m. diff. What can I say? Hashtag Bebe was right.
예. 저도
8 p.m. matters.
빈틈이
Bebe was right. What can I say?
말합니다.
That's a rough way to go. I mean, yeah, it's like honestly, like I'm making light of the situation, but that one's a tilter.
본인이
For sure.
이득을 뭐 하면 막을 수도 있고요. 자, 일단
He basically had to just do it like not even a full second, half a second faster, and it would have been like a potential win out. Okay, probably not a win out, but he like wouldn't have gotten 8th. Like going 8th is like really bad, as you guys know. In tournament, the one thing that is on everybody's mind forefront at the beginning of the day is just don't go 8th. Don't go 8th for your first game. Just makes the rest of your day so much harder.
상황에서 체력 관리도 잘 되고 이 정도
어?
골드킵을 했다라는 것은 사실 뭐
Inpath 7th.
봐도 될 것 같네요. 애니 같은 경우에는.
예.
Wait, Inpath?
정스타 선수가
He wasn't the last stand player. Who was the last stand player?
이즈리얼 들어오긴 했어요.
Mindle?
복비도 아이템이 좀 들어가 있기 때문에
Who's the guy that he just played? You can't. Mindle's no way he's streaking with that last stand. This guy's if Korea is last stand win streaking at 62 HP, I have to reconsider some stuff.
네, 이성을 만들었습니다.
Equinox.
이게 또 동시에
Okay, how good is this Radiant or this Kale? This Kale kind of looks nice.
하다 보니까 후드보이 선수를 만났어요. 후드보이 선수도 상황이
Wait a second.
그 상황에서 지금 버텨내고 있습니다.
Wait a second. This Kale just what?
전투에서 승리.
You guys see how fast the front line died? I need to watch that again.
자, 지금 당장의 전투를 위해서 이즈리얼
I mean, okay, it's Poppy 2, no items, no defensive combat augments, 1 item, Zac.
헤드라이너를 둘 다 쓰고 있는 상황이라
Still though, this was that was a really impressive KO.
후드보이 선수도 상황이 굉장히 안 좋은 그 상황에서 지금 버텨내고 있습니다. 26개 체력이고 올라프가 버텨내면서요. 전투에서
All right, Hood Boy, I see you. I see you.
아웃이 됐고 정동글이 이번 전투를 위해서
I
이즈리얼을
see you.
이적으로 만들긴 했습니다.
KO reroll new meta.
네.
I mean, they're reworking her, so it's hard to say what version of KO is gonna be good.
버텼던 후드보이의 등수가 좀 더 올라갈 수 있겠습니다. 정동글도 이겨내면서요. 5명의 선수가 살아남았습니다.
펜타
나왔어요.
Penta.
자, 이거 레비전 선수가 할 만한 기분일 것 같은데.
네, 후드보이 선수
후드보이도 그렇죠. 펜타킬 갈 수
너무
있죠.
맛있죠?
갑니다.
지금 펜타킬 두 명의 유사 펜타.
Who knew, man? Korean casters were better Twitch TV users.
정동훈 선수는 제드를 찍기 위해서 네, 아이템보다는 챔피언
Oh, Penta.
금당장
I love that. I love that. That's so funny.
합니다. 자,
Z2
드디어
binary.
완성이 됐습니다. 야, 판다 선수
He's doing the split positioning,
보이네요, 진짜.
와, 모렐까지 또 들어가.
disco split.
레벨까지 왔고요.
Okay, the thing about split positioning is that if there's still Rivens and Units in the lobby, you actually don't want this here because a unit meets Riven here. She starts at D7, she attacks A2, and then she dashes through, and guess who's the first unit she attacks? This Nami, and then you are fucked. So yeah, you gotta be careful about that. What up, Mantos? What up, Nick? Okay, another round. KO 3. I mean, it's Olaf 3, KO 3, but I'm more paying attention to this KO 3. Okay, this Alawi 2 is kind of a problem. Man. Dangul's not last stand. I think it's Levision. I think Levision is. 80 flex cash outs.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Nithro, thank you for 3 months. Wait, it was. Mindo was 62 HP, streaking with last stand. His frontline is like awful. I'm actually surprised that he was able to streak. It might be because players like Bintum and Impact were giving free wins. Their boards were not very good. Radiant GS, or sorry, Radiant Shojin and GS Ezreal. That's pretty good in this matchup, isn't it? Oh my god, never mind. Dude, that Twisted Fate with Radiant GS, or Radiant, I keep saying GS instead of Shojin. Radiant Shojin, Radiant Archangels is like way too good. Dango win top 4. Dude, Olaf KO 3 top forward? I mean, Olaf 3 generally top 4s, but this is pretty cool. No Edgelord KO 3. 5 pentakill. I mean, he was playing 3 pentakill at first. I think he was playing 3 pentakill and Edgelord, and then he hit pentakill emblem, so they decided to go for 5 pentakill. I mean, it's pretty hype. I haven't seen KO3 do very well in these kinds of circumstances. This is the guy who hit 0 Olaf 2-1 after 20 gold. Yeah, he had Olaf headliner and 1 copy of Olaf, and said, me, Olaf, rolled 20 gold down to 30 and missed. Didn't hit a single Olaf. And now he's top 4 anyways. Is TFT and High Challenger kind of luck-based? I mean, yes, but it's only a percentage of it. You guys know my saying, right? TFT is 90% luck, and the other half is skill. It's a lot of luck and a lot of skill, and it's like they're not mutually exclusive. Sag. I mean, 4th is pretty good for that board. In TFT, like it's about managing your situations, and luck plays like a pretty significant part of it. But you're also not gonna you're not gonna win any tournament without having good luck. The big difference between tournament and ladder is that you can win a tournament while not being a consistent player. But in ladder, you're not going to climb if you're not a consistent player. So not to like call out anybody, but there's like players who have done well in like one tournament because their peak and their ceiling of like how they can play in a good patch for them in an environment where everything goes right, they know how to convert, and that's great. But also like those are the players that are not going to succeed in any ladder format like almost ever because they're not consistent enough. And it depends on what you value, right? Like some people like the fact that TFT doesn't require you to always be like 100% consistent at all points of the day. That's kind of what ladder requires you to do. And that's in many people's eyes at a high level, that's harder to pull off. That's why a lot of casual players are like, why do so many people rank Dish Soap so highly? It's because this guy is just so consistent on ladder, and it is so much harder to do that than to just spike a tournament, in my opinion. If it was so easy for everyone to spike ladder and get rank 1 on ladder, as much as the people are framing it to be, like I know that like if you ask Setsuko and Disso, they're gonna be like, yeah, like ladder's like easy, what do you mean? But like if it was so easy, why are there so few players that can do it? It's actually not easy. They're saying it's easy for them.
가네요. 10골도 남았어요.
그리고 아직 여유 있다?
But
그리고 판다도 돌립니다.
the paradox of how easy it is to spike a tournament is like also on the other hand it's like simultaneously so easy for, I'll just use myself, but for someone like me to win a tournament, I could win Noxus Cup last set, who knows, but I can never hit rank 1 on ladder. But it's like almost inversely proportional to like to someone like Dish Soap, who's like very unlikely to ever win a tournament relative to how often he's likely to hit rank 1. He's more likely to win the tournament than I am, and yet at the same time, the proportion, it's like an inverse proportion for him. Okay, is anyone gonna beat this double rating item TF or nah? I'm pretty sure if you get double rating item TF on the next patch, even though he gets giga nerfs, he's probably gonna still be this good.
애니 쪽에 그냥 최종적으로 끝까지 힘을 주겠다. 이 판단인가요?
일단 목숨 한 개는 갖고 있죠.
자, 이렇게 이모코로 맞춰서 갑니다.
I think it's like poker. Yes, it's luck, but it's also skill. Yeah, I mean, poker's a really good analogy.
해도 됩니다. 그러면서
There's also several other games.
좀 방향을 전환해야죠.
자, 지금 판다 선수의 조합이 견고하긴 합니다.
확실히 이모
You know what actually is RNG in some ways? Oh, last stand, level 10. 6 emo last stand?
특패는 막 여러 명 때리잖아요.
이게 사실 그냥 카드 한 두 번 정도.
This like so I tried Pokemon VGC for a little bit of time just for fun, recreationally, not like I wanted to get like super sweaty into it. Although maybe one day if I'm like ever feeling like up for it, maybe I'll give Pokemon VGC like a fun like trial run just to see like how it feels. But man, the fact that in Pokemon there's just like a straight up like you just some of the time this shit just doesn't work is actually infuriating to me. Like I understand that's like how things are balanced and whatnot, but like I don't know. The fact that like sometimes things just don't work is like okay, all right.
지금 오골드 헤드라이너가 뭐몇개 뜨긴 했는데 일단 이대로 넘기면 이모코 중심으로 다시 한번 더 맞춰갈 생각.
It's and sometimes it's like literal coin flips, 50-50. In Pokemon, the trading card game, they literally flip coins. I'm not even exaggerating. They take out coins and they flip them. It says on the card, flip a coin, and if it's heads, it works. If it's tails, it doesn't. Oh? Wait, TF lost?
갔다 이건가요?
Oh? I like that intonation.
애니 이 소나 업그레이드.
I mean, I just love Korean casting. I think part of it is I don't understand it, so it makes it really hype, but it's also at the same time they're just really talented. Masters of suspense.
1등과 2등의 포인트 차이가 2포인트 차이예요.
At Frodan, what are your thoughts about K3 Soju? What are your thoughts of him winning a tournament? I always see him rank 1 and always forever cheer for him, but wanted your thoughts.
나중에 미끄러졌을 때 그 차이가 크게 다가올 수 있거든요.
I always see him hit rank 1. Are you on Soju's ult? I always forever cheer for him. I just wanted your thoughts. Well, Soju, if you're... I mean, I think Soju's, he's a cool guy. Has a cool haircut. Oh. Oh, you mean rank 1 Grandmasters. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Holy, this guy just popped off. He just popped off. He just gets up. I mean, you gotta be happy for that. I mean, I think it's one of the more common things to say about Soju is that he is simultaneously the most overrated and underrated player. Players that think Soju's like the beast of TFT, the LeBron James or whatever, is like probably overrating him. But at the same time, I think I actually think that there's the majority of people just like don't actually think that anymore, and the majority of people just think like Soju's like washed or whatever, but he's like a funny guy. But I think a lot of people underrate Soju. He's a very underrated player. His potential is like top 5 NA right now, top 10. But he's never gonna hit it because he's not motivated. And in TFT, if you don't put the work in to improve deliberately, like Soju works hard, but he doesn't work hard to improve the game. He works hard to keep up like everything else about his channel and brand. He doesn't work hard to improve the game, so he's not gonna ever get close to that. So. All right, I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Actually, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I will rewind, let you guys yap, or watch these guys yap, and then I'll be back in like a minute or two. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
후드보이 선수가 그러니까 반사 이익을 얻었습니다.
그렇습니다.
제가 아까 채팅창을 보면서 뭐 당연히 이제 여러 그 유저분들도 사실 게임을 이제 다 같이 즐기잖아요. 그러니까 그런 심정을 느끼는 것 같아요. 그 빈틈 선수가 결국에 리본이 올라가지 못하면서 마무리가 됐고 샷건을 치는 모습이 있었잖아요. 8비트 샷건이다.
8비트 샷건
이게 너무 저는 딱 와닿아가지고
엄청 빨리 쳐야 되거든요.
예, 그러니까 그 정도로 그게 너무 사실 올라갔으면 순위가 바뀌는 상황이었거든요.
예.
아이템도 잘 들어가 있었잖아요.
예, 그러네요. 예, 대기 제대로 완성 안 된 선수가 몇 명 있었습니다.
네.
뭐 인파스 선수도 안 좋았었고 짱스타 선수도 사실 완성이 안 됐거든요.
그러니까 이게 선수들이 지금 한 매치 한 매치가 얼마나 소중한지 너무 잘 알고 있어서 그게 그대로 감정에 이제 표출이 될 수밖에 없습니다.
결승전은 다시 한 번 더 안내 말씀을 좀 드리겠지만 체크 포인트별로 진행이 되고 있고요. 지금 뭐 여러 가지 변수의 상황들이 굉장히 많이 나왔잖아요. 그래서 우승 후보 예측을 좀 바꿀 수 없냐라고 질문하시는 분들이 굉장히 많아요. 지금 설마 빈틈 선수 때문에 그러시는 거 아니죠?
예.
예,
하지만
분명히
그런 것들 그 부진 충분히 깨 부술 만한 선수입니다. 아직은 여유롭게 봐도 된다고 봅니다.
그렇죠. 자, 경기 준비 끝났습니다. 결승전 두 번째 매치 바로 시작하겠습니다. 오늘의 두 번째 경기입니다. 이번에도 챔피언 3명이 선택지에 있고요. 조합 아이템 모루 쪽에도 꽤 많은 플레이어가 이동해 있는 모습이죠.
네. 좀 무난하게 차원문이 등장하는 것도 있네요. 이게 셋 다 리스크가 큰 차원문이 나올 수도 있거든요. 그렇게 됐을 때 어떤 선택이 나올지도 궁금하기도 합니다. 어제 뭐 방랑하는 조련사가 나오긴 했지만 결국엔 선택이 안 되는 모습이 있었고, 그러니까 그런 차원문 좀 어렵게 풀어나가야 되는 차원문이 나왔을 때 선수들이 어떻게 해 나가는지도 사실 많이 궁금해들 하실 것 같아요.
사실 사전 인터뷰를 통해서 보면은 이런 변수 있는 차원문을 좋아하시는 분들도 있고 무난한 차원문을
Alright, I'm back.
플레이어들이 또 이렇게 달리는 것 같아요.
그렇죠. 다양한 스타일.
What are the portals?
여론 몰리는 이 진강을 일부러 피하는 선수 같은 경우에도 선수도 있어요. 네. 그러니까 이 성향들이에요. 이 같은 생각을
TFT is a giga grind sweatfest to be a top player. Yeah, it's not easy. Being,
보통 2명에서 3명 정도.
I don't know. I think TFT is just as sweaty as like chess.
남이 이성이 붙은 시점에서
I know a lot of people like think chess and TFT are like similar in terms of like the elements of strategy, but like the luck makes it like not competitive, unlike chess. But anybody who any serious player about TFT like understands how much upkeep there is to be good at TFT.
5장입니다.
예전보다 좀 세졌거든요.
네, 트루 데미지 헤드라이너를 바꾸고 있는 야수.
빠르게만 지켜준다면 충분히 뭐 순위권을 확보할 수 있는 조합이긴 한데 이것도 마찬가지죠. 언제 지키느냐가 중요한 거라서.
갑자기 다음 턴에 야야야 나올 수 있는 거잖아요.
Okay, gold tier augment.
유혹을 세게 하는데요.
그러니까 이런 사람들이 이러지 않습니까? 그러니까 이 운영
Jewel Lotus, Horrible Forge, Keepers. Oh, we got an exposed weakness. We got Twin Terror.
쌍공이 선택지에 뜨게 됐습니다.
Someone has do it for the fans in the top right. Maybe next patch. Maybe next patch.
쌍공은 끝까지 상대방의
Twin Terror guy is scouting to make sure he's not contested. Takes it. Ooh, a trade sector. That's fun. Olaf reroll again? Wait, he has component anvils. It's good. You see Robin get second to opponent who bought every 5. Yeah, actually saw it on stream. We saw the clip. It was pretty funny. I was gonna turn that into like maybe like a clip or something like that, but I realized that's probably just Robin's content. Don't just like take that.
확실히 많긴 해요. 예, 앞선 후드보이 선수와 비교했을 때
Isn't the fact that Soju plays while reading chat usually with 10k people one of the reasons why he's rated so high? Yeah, actually, I think reading chat while you stream is like really hard. Like some of you guys who play, you guys are playing on a second monitor, watching me and listening to or listening to other streamers, and you guys know how distracted you get, right? Oh, is that a kill too? That's a kill too. Buys 1 KO and rolls. So he wants the availability of making the KO too. But like you already know how distracting it can be playing on a second monitor because you know already that you're probably not playing the best TFT you possibly can by having a stream on a second monitor. Now imagine that, but every 2 seconds or less, there's somebody literally like memeing you, just like making fun of your plays, questioning what you're doing, and like hoping, like wishing that you would go 8th for their entertainment. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to stay on task. I think the best part about Soju is just how well he keeps up like the vibes. Like if I'm averaging a 6.0, it's not nearly as funny and lighthearted as it is when Soju is. Like today I was watching Box and he was averaging like a 5 and it was like, whoa, the vibes are not good. He is tilted. I actually kind of want Box to take a break from TFT because I feel like feel like he's not enjoying the game at all, and so it makes me not want to watch it as much. I want him to enjoy the game, because when Boxbox enjoys the game, he is like S tier easily for like creators, but like when he's not, it's like kind of like scary. I want him to like the game a lot, and I don't want him to hate the game. And if he develops like a hate for the game, I think that'd be like a really, really tragic thing. He said the same thing. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't listen to it very long because I was doing like a morning workout. I'm trying to transition to do morning workouts, and then on like no with no warm up, or like not warm up, but like no like meals or anything like that. Dude, it sucks. I forgot how bad it is. Not bad. I forgot how painful it is to work out first thing in the morning. Oh, my body is like complaining the whole time. Anybody who's like, man, I love going to the gym is a liar. Working out sucks, but I do it because I know it's good for me. I'm convinced those people are on max cope. They're just tricking themselves to liking it, so that way they do it. Like, no, man, the endorphins after you've got like a good pump. It's like, no, man, it sucks. Working out is terrible. But I do it anyways. What's the workout tech? Habit over motivation. If all you're doing is trying to depend on yourself to be motivated to do it, you'll never get it done. That's the actual tech. Discipline. I'm trying out this new thing called discipline. No way, I love it. Yeah, I know. I'm just obviously just saying that, but like, do you really though? Do you like really love it? The actual act of it? Wait, maybe you do. But you're the exception, not the rule, man. For us normies, it sucks. How do you play trade sector? You usually try to think about like a low cost reroll, because you want to be stronger early at the trade off of not having combat augments. Wow, Olaf 3 at 2-6. You want to use trade sector to try to be powerful early, because you're down a combat augment, so late game you're going to fall off. And also, the thing about trade sector is you also want to make sure that you don't grief your economy, because if you hold too many things because you're like, oh, I want to like potentially spike with these pairs, you end up never really making a lot of gold. So even if you do hit, you can be under leveled at times and just be too poor. So you have to do a delicate balancing act of how you play around like pairs and 2 costs or 2 stars early while making economy. And so that's the hard thing about trade sector. But the very simple way to approach it is to just reroll like a 1 cost or a 2 cost, and then just be like, okay, I'm just gonna like play this as if I'm playing Punk or something. Very similar to Punk. Deck still playable with Twin Terror. I mean, this is not the new patch. This is not the new patch. I've been stuck in high diamonds since set 1. Any tips on how to reach the next level? If you're truly stuck since set 1, I would recommend asking a better player to watch your VODs, because that probably means that you have hit the limit of how you can improve yourself, and any advice I give you will probably put you back at the grindstone. Just like there's a lot of free coaching that people give out. I like to say that diamond players should ask masters players for coaching, for free coaching. It's because Masters players give free coaching all the time to Twitch streamers. Unsolicited. It will. No one loves giving advice like Masters players. It's a joke I like to say a lot. This guy got tome.
지난 시즌만 하더라도 진강에서 고서들을 많이 뽑으려는 수 있었는데 상징도 그렇고 지금은 거의 이게 금괴 같은 거거든요.
귀하죠.
Dude, he's got 10 traits. He's got 0 active traits. This guy's trying to play build different. Oh, and he got a spat. Spat and tome. But he's playing the disco line. You know what's actually really funny? This is the one line that you actually don't really care about spat. I'm pretty sure this is like the worst spat line, disco, right now. And out of all the good comps that people play, I'm pretty sure it's the worst spat line. Because all the other spat lines could use like, you know, like a pentakill, or if you're rerolling something that's really powerful in the meta, chances are there's a good spat you can use. But not disco. Not disco.
프리즘 증강이고요.
와 여기 저 지금 판다 선수의
I sometimes fun running in the rain. I can see like people enjoying like nature. Well, I guess what I was saying, I was using like going to the gym. Going to the gym is like
하필 민돌시 선수가 6레벨까지
you don't know if it always smells great or it's a good environment or it's clean because people don't re-rack their weights. There's usually like a dude being too loud. Empty gyms are great. Empty, clean gyms are great. I will say that. It's like peaceful. It's like meditation. But like noisy, crowded, smelly gyms.
자, 지금 컨트리 쪽에 확인을 좀 마친 것 같고요.
독토마 등장하게 되는 거죠.
그렇죠. 말 중에 말.
And there's always a dude passing a kidney stone,
토를 좀 소환할 수 있는.
yelling at himself in the mirror.
지금까지
You learn their names because they're talking to themselves all the time.
어떤 그 아이템을
Come on, Brad.
으로 준비가 되어 있어서
Claps really loud, smacks the wall, shadow boxes with himself. I don't know. There's just
분명히 겹치는 기분이긴 합니다.
덱스, 아무도 뭐 이런 부분까지도 좀 겹칠 수밖에 없겠고.
but running outside in nature. That's the good stuff. You had the tech.
자, 그리고 저 라위
This guy made country emblem.
딜의 집중력이
Keeper's emblem. Keepers into country.
많이 부족해 보이긴 했어요.
Okay.
아예 지금은
Maybe he's gonna flex country.
맞죠.
자, 이러면 공동 선택에서 좀 가져올 필요가 있겠고요. 임파스가 유일하게 7연승을 달리고 있습니다.
Sounds like you just want Planet Fitness outside of the first 2 weeks of every year. That is true, actually. Beginning of January is the worst time to be a gym member. It is statistically whiz because everyone makes a New Year's resolution to get in shape, and you're like, nah, man.
최대한 나중에 그 골드를 바탕으로 조합을 완성시키겠다 이런 게 좀 보이는 것 같은데 나와 주면 아마 하지 않을까 싶고요.
일단 뭐 골드는 50골드 이상의 이자를
BT Titans Crown Guard on the Tarek. That's interesting.
뭐 나중에 헤드라이너에서
I wonder what he wants to play. Maybe Yone.
그쪽으로도 뭐 틀어줄 수 있는 아이템 구성이라서
맞습니다.
He's playing Disco into Yone. That's smart. Just playing like a good. This is always a mark of like
좋네요.
a seasoned player. Like they're trying to do unconventional approaches to the line because people when you play Disco, you're thinking about all the AP stuff. You're like, why would I ever buy like Nami Tarek if I'm trying to play reroll Yone?
뒤집기를 가지고 있는 맥스.
But he understands that Disco is just like reliable enough early mid game to preserve HP. He's not that high in HP, but it's like it's not a bad idea. Is what I'm trying to say. This is like a one way you can unlock parts of TFT for your game if you're trying to get to the next level. Just like understanding how to utilize these kinds of powerful lines. Oh, he reforged
돌렸어요.
into true damage emblem.
예, 이게 지난
Wait.
10투였나요? 9투였나요?
Where do you get these spats from?
그러니까 이 트루 데미지가 약화되는 것은 이제
Oh,
반짝
wait.
상징을 통해서 못 왔습니다. 그렇기 때문에 약해서
Can you do anything off of this?
자, 예상대로 가지
What the heck? Why does he have 3 spats?
돌리는 판단의 빈틈입니다.
I was looking for salvage bin, like he broke it apart, something like that.
가지고 있는 기반을 어떻게 쓰느냐 워낙에 많다 보니까
What is going on here?
아이템이 없는 상황이다 보니까 좀 많이
Like the thing about it is, well, what? Okay, so he's probably thinking about making another true damage emblem,
일단 AD 팀도
but like,
지금
is he just gonna die?
AP 위주인데.
그러니까 이거였거든요. 제가 말씀드렸던 게
Maybe not.
먼저 찍고 갈 수 있잖아요. 근데 아까 호드보이 선수는 4라운드
Tome and spat before cares. Oh, you're right. So he had a tome. The tome became an emblem, and then he just got another spat.
호드보이 선수라고 좀 보시면 될 것 같은데.
Okay, but like, wouldn't you just rather make a fawn to? Okay, but the thing is, if he makes Tactician's Crown,
기세가
he
대단하죠.
doesn't have to play. He doesn't have the ability to play for the 9 true damage out. But he's at 40 HP. I don't know.
KD를 만들었어요.
Looking kind of sus. True damage with no true damage. He makes a KDA emblem.
체력이 너무 없으니까 반등을 꽤 해야 된다.
Oh, he's going for the potential of making 9 KDA or 10 KDA
선택처럼 보이긴 합니다.
or true damage. But KDA is much hard to pull off because you need to get to level 9.
네.
지금 상황이 많이
This guy is cooking. This dude's playing set 9.
KD 이제 17
Three spats.
KDA도 사실 지금 메타에서 1등 노리기가 좀 어렵거든요.
This is better with his items. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because KDA has a lot of AP holders. And KDA Vex is a lot of stats.
직감한 것 같습니다. 빈틈.
He also got like
전투에서 승리를 가져가긴 했고요.
he also got like the best KDA pattern because he got like the upside down A
여기는 그러니까 빈틈 선수하고 비교를 하자면 진짜 알부자거든요.
or the V.
백이고.
예, 거의 한 50.
So he has the opportunity to play for
임파스 민돌
the Randuins.
다 하고 있고요.
만약에 민돌 씨가 1등을
I mean, he's cooking. He's cooking.
네. 같이 달리고 있는 상황이라서 일단 올라프를 통해서 1등을 할 수 있느냐를 좀 보여줘야 되는 매치가 될 것 같죠. 그리고 이제 빈.
Dude, they slam Shojin on Ezreal a lot. That is...
또 나왔네요.
그런 것 같은데요.
예.
뒤집게만 되게 모은 거죠.
That is not optimal. It could be that they're slamming Shojin on Ezreal so that they can play Karthus or Akali, and then Ezreal's like a backup option.
진짜 많아지는 상황이 나오거든요.
그러니까 이내
밀도가
전술.
예. 근데 이내
Bro, we
전술은
got
너무 조기짠처럼
we got
이기는데
another
뭐
spat?
민돌씨 만나면 다 무너지잖아요.
그러니까 장군감이 없는
Wait.
상황에서 병졸들이 많아지는.
He has 4 spats this game. What is going on? He just got another spat. I'm looking at just every time we look at this guy's bench, he has 4 spatulas.
마음처럼 안 되거든요. 마음처럼. 도망갔어요.
The casters are figured out too. They're just laughing. What is happening in this game?
임파스를 민돌씨가 이겼습니다.
네, 그러면 민돌 씨는 연승을 쭉 이어가는 상황이죠.
Is there like an augment that like capitalizes off of this?
그리고
Like buried treasure or something like that? Maybe new recruit. So he gets like a +1 spot. He can play for it at 9 or 8.
이게 지금
Recon Bob.
자 이번에 실버 증강입니다.
Two people took rolling for days.
네, 조합이네요. 좀 더 밸류 쪽으로 가지 않을까라고 생각을 했었는데
Rolling for Yone.
의 리롤 돌리고 있습니다. 그리고
Buy,
사실
sell.
팀의 체제 변화를 좀 생각하고 있는
Looking for
것은
TF. A.
자 여기서 한번 결국에 결과를 만들어냅니다.
This is Korea positioning, by the way. A lot of people put Ezreal in C1.
지금 3명까지도
It's like a really common thing for them to do. Interesting. They must know something about the way he like blinks, like his pattern of blinking to prevent him from inting
바꾸려고 했는데
that I don't.
요네 쪽으로
이분만 계속해서 찾아오고 있거든요.
I don't do that very often. I usually just put Ezreal spaced out in the back.
지금 가졌고 살인 투사까지.
I need to think about that a little bit more.
이런 거는 괜찮은데 펜더 선수 이게 생각보다 좀 잘 안 나왔거든요. 돈을 굉장히 많이
You know what's really funny? If Bintum just made Tactician's Crown, he could have played for the vertical trait stuff.
이분이 계속 찾아왔었는데 내면에
And just pivoting to Riven.
내가 한 장만 있으면 되는 상황.
No, I think he's just buying this Riven.
계속 찾아.
Oh.
이분이
So his Yone's just down HP and AD. Okay.
기묘합니다.
게다가 요즘 그 삼신기로 따져봤을 때는 사실 저 아이템 구성은 리븐템입니다.
Interesting play. Because he recognized that he was just gonna hit Yone 3 anyways.
아무래도 요네 쪽으로 돌리고
Let's see if it works out for him. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely convinced this is like a Yone board that wins out. But
이게 요네가
oh my, he certainly should win fights here on stage 4. Without a doubt. Yone 3 this early.
완성되지 않은 조합을 상대로
And he has Harm Assist 3 and Indomitable Will, so his setup is pretty good.
확실히 본인들이
No, wait, Bintum made another emblem. What did he make?
선수들은 체력 관리가 너무 잘 되고 있고
지금은 민돌씨의 세상이에요. 임파스도 이겼고요. 여전히 불이 꺼지지 않고 있는 민돌씨입니다.
Another spat.
예. 인팀 여기까지 가져가면 이거는 진짜
I just wanted him to take it for another spat. It's just funny. He goes 5 spats.
했죠.
너무 많이 나왔어요. 그리고
Nah, someone took it, man. Someone took it.
그리고 고소도 나왔잖아요.
Bintum took
풀을 가져갔다는 거
a sword
트루 데미지
for a second true damage emblem.
생각인가요?
Okay.
일단 새로 고침 증강을 선택한 모습이 있었고 골드를
Bintum has 51 goals, so he's going for a big roll down. I hope they showed him. Nice. Dude, KR observing is on point. And they sell for the headline for the true damage. We need true damage Akali or Echo.
일단은 트루 데미지를
True damage Akali or Echo.
가져갔고,
Or KDA Akali. It all works. Okay, he's just gonna play I mean Ari's pretty good right now. He needs to just stabilize.
네.
But he does have rolling for days.
자 이렇게 해서 KJ 쪽의 시너지를 나누.
Holy, what is this board?
관리가 보이진 않네요.
True damage. And then like KDA Mord or something like that. Oh, we put on Echo. That actually makes sense. Because Echo can use the HP and the stats.
아리라는 게 지금 시점에 뭐 1등하기가
Oh my god, the stun time!
하지만 쌍공백스에게는 패배.
But he has 5 Aries. Low key. True damage. Ari 3? Cash out. What? Don't even show the crash out? Oh, they went a little bit trigger happy.
좀 조합 간의 티어
My god, that Korean observing APM.
정동물 선수
Saved.
연이어서 좀 힘든 상황이 이어지고 있습니다.
Okay, now we can pivot out.
시너지를 많이 보고 있긴 한데요.
Chat, what is Yasuo 3 bis? IE, Hodge, Edge of Night. Edge of Night being the most important item,
그래도 돌을 많이 썼거든요.
generally speaking.
KDA를 일단 맞췄고 20개 하나를
And if you don't have, if you do have like a way for crit, like
어떻게만 하면 돼요.
Jewel Lotus, you can go like GS or something like that.
기회가 한 번밖에 없습니다.
Okay, like isn't greeting Randuin's a little bit too
있는 정동근 선수와의 매칭이라면
much?
지더라도
I feel like putting this Ahri in third row is like
예.
이기면 더 좋고요.
very scary.
다리가 살아있고요.
Oh my god, let him cook.
아니, 하나하나 정리하기에는
Okay, we have 33 gold. We can go for a true damage. Wait, he's going 7 KDA now instead.
나지도 않고요. 단일 타겟으로 정리가 된다.
Dude, I don't get what he's doing, man. This guy is way too high IQ for me. I'm too dumb to understand his lines. Bintum is so woke. I don't even get it, man.
헤드라이너 삼성이 아니다 보니까요.
Oh, he has keepers. You're right. Oh, right, because he wanted to play disco, and then he got dropped spat and tome, and then another spat, and then he picked up a spat on carousel. I forgot. You're right. Keepers and Randuin.
방템도 잘 나왔어요. 워버그 만들 수 있었어요.
Wow, man, we've strayed from the path pretty considerably.
레비전의 체력도 10%밖에 남아.
Oh my god, double Deathblade Jin, no mana items.
제자이보 계열이 지금 3명이었네요, 확실히.
예.
한 명의 선수는 또 이제 이즈가 아닌 KT
Skipsona, Lawi.
변종된 그런
I mean, he might go 8th. You guys are like, Yone 3 is Yone 3, but like, the 200 HP and the AD does matter.
나오면 되는데
Like, Yone missing 20 AD and 200 HP is a pretty big deal.
매치 상대입니다.
But he's one off Riven 3. If you can get Riven 3 and Yone 3, oh my god, these Riven items are actually pretty good. I kind of want to see him do it. Like, I know that Yone Riven is like, people are kind of snoring at it right now, but...
아, 건재하긴 해요. 이즈리얼 잘랐습니다.
Oh, Dongul went 8th?
자, 이렇게 되면은 일단 한번 버텨낼 수가 있겠고요. 빈틈도 이번에 한번 밀어낼 수 있겠네요. 민돌시 상대로 승리입니다.
7 KDA, 5 true damage. You know what? I'm down for Bintum to top 4 this game. 3 true damage emblems!
짬뽕대기 짬뽕대기라면 이건 짬뽕.
Okay, surely we can hit 9 true damage.
누가 이런 덱을 생각이나 해볼
We have Kiana. We're missing a Kali. We have a Kennen and Yas. We don't even need Yasuo. Actually, if you don't play a true damage highliner, you need the Yasuo, I think.
가려기가 어렵거든요.
그렇죠. 16강전에서 정동굴이 8점을
Bro has 3 true damage emblems and a KDA emblem.
확실히 다른 선수들도 좀 기용을 하고 있다 보니까
Hood boy.
만들어내지 못하고 있습니다.
No mana Jin. Look at how long it takes him to get his 4th violin up. And 4th violin, finally. 4th violin, and then he immediately dies.
같은 방향성을 추구했던 두 명의
Okay, Panda went 6.
레비전까지
Kind of sad.
있고요. 판다도 마찬가지로 따라갑니다. 빈틈은 아직 살아 있습니다.
That's okay though. He's going to 9.
이 정도 되잖아요. 아, 4등
He's at 15 HP and he's going to 9. Giga Chad.
잡아내고 있는 게 빈틈 선수이긴 했거든요.
6 KDA or 7 KDA, 6 true damage.
지금 트루 상징이 3개라서
He has to? I don't know. I'd probably be tempted to roll for true damage. Oh, wait a second.
만약에 크림 라운드를 가고
Without headliner,
거기에서 한번 더
you can't hit 9 true damage unless you get to 9 because the +1 comes from the headliner and he doesn't have that headliner because he's playing around Ahri. So this is for him going for 9 true damage.
더 욕심을 내지 않고 딱
I see. I mean, I'm so used to playing the true damage because you hit true damage headliner.
사실 보통의 선수였다면 7, 8등.
I see. That's actually pretty good. Pretty cool.
아, 상징도 마음에 안 들어서 돌렸잖아요.
뒤집게도 예상보다 많이 들어오기도 했었고요. 이걸 풀어냈습니다. 빈틈.
True damage emblem. No way. No way. Really? Okay. This guy has 5 emblems in one game.
바꾸지 않고 KDA 내리면서 세나만 찾으면 고투루입니다.
그러면 안정감 있게
Holy moly. This guy. Oh, we said he was cooking. He brought a lot of spatulas to the kitchen. Echo? Wait, he already has Echo. Who's he missing?
일단 9레벨까지는 왔습니다.
Yeah. No, guys, go back. Okay, I know he's locked out of Moon 3, but I want some tallies here. He hit headliner Kiana? He hit headliner Kiana.
그런데
He has it.
일단은
What?
되긴 되는데
Okay, adaptive on her. Why not? He just puts everything on her.
네네. 헤드라이너가 키아나가
No way, man.
이게 피바라기까지 있어서 천만다행인 것 같습니다.
Is Bintum the god of TFT?
와 진짜 빨리
What is going on here? Oh my god, now he prints infinite items?
어떤 그 고투루
Okay, he might have overreacted by playing
심장이 몇 개 있나요?
red buff and
있잖아요.
그러니까
adaptive. Okay, maybe adaptive was good because you could just put her as a tank unit, but like, man.
돌려서 안 가면 어떡해?
그게 보통 심장이죠.
예, 또 브레이크
Okay, Korean observing is like way too switches like way too often, man. This APM stuff is like making me dizzy, and I feel like I'm conditioned to be able to follow all this. But there's a lot going on. 9 true damage Zed. Keeper's value as well with Randuin's. And this Kiana's gonna scale infinitely. If you guys don't know, Headliner Kiana, every time she casts, she gets permanent AD buff. And so she just becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and then she's gonna eventually one-shot everything. She already is. She just one-shot that unit.
Oh, oh, wake up! Oh, oh my God, we lost. Are we dead? Oh, 1 HP. Oh my God! Wait, we're losing to the ghost. Oh, holy moly! That's a positioning diff. That's a positioning diff. Okay, he's perfectly clumped for the Vex. He's perfectly clumped for the Vex. Like the problem is that he just puts everything in his nice little AOE ball and gift wraps it for the Vex 3 that has 2 Shojins and blue buff. He needs to unclump. He needs to stop greeting for sure. You have 9 true damage, Kiana 2 headliner. You don't need full keeper's Randuin's value. You just don't. You just don't. Oh, he's super fan. Remove the items on Kiana. Edge of Night. Wait, this guy is actually a genius. Man, what good presence of mind to be able to play for that. What good presence of mind to be able to play for that. IE on Kiana. Oh my God, that is actually really smart. Okay, I'm down for him to win the game. I'm down for him to win the game. I mean, I'm criticizing the one thing he did, but like you can't even blame him, man. You're playing keepers in non-disco. You have 5 emblems this game. 4 true damage emblems. Like, of course he's gonna want to assume some things are okay. Okay, it's top 4 at least. This is a legit tuber. I'm like jealous of this game. I wish I experienced this from his perspective. Also, he's so calm. The Korean pro focus. You guys remember? Bintam went 8th the first game with the Riven. He had the 3 Riven 2s because he didn't make it fast enough. So he had 3 Riven 2s on the board. Oh my God, this Kiana is so juiced. One shot. Oh, not one shot. Ezreal? Ezreal's not one-shotting that either? Guys, it wasn't that close. It wasn't that close. these Korean casters are so hype. Maybe they're focusing on interaction. They were hyping it up as if there was like a close fight. It was not a close fight at all. Maybe they're just like look at the items. Look at the items. I don't know, does anyone know Korean? Can you guys translate for me? Same lobby, guys must be feeling good watching this 5 spat game. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're thinking. This game is so good. Okay, we wrapped. Looks like a Lowy wrapping. Oh no. Oh no. We're perma stunned. Wait a second. We're clumped. We're clumped. Oh, dude, we trolled. We clumped perfectly for the Ezreal and the Lucian. Another 2 damage emblem. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way, man. This guy has 5 true. It's not even good. It's not even good, honestly. Yeah, he skips it. He skips it. It's not even good. Like he doesn't even have space on his board anymore. Like, who's he gonna give true damage to? This unit? Like, it doesn't even matter. We actually did it. We actually hit so many true damage emblems. It's not even good anymore. There's no way. Okay, and he's starting to unclump a little bit from the keeper's value. Good job. Good job. Okay, wait, is he on the right side? Oh, this matchup. Instant stun. Gonna casts. Stunned again. But cleanse. And she's on the back line? Nice. Man. Double kill? It is a first. Nice job.
Dude, what an insane game. That game was ridiculous. This guy went dead last and then just turned it around to a Giga first. Yeah, that was exciting. 1 HP went out, last stand activated. There it is. There's the smile and the 240p webcam pixelation. Nice. Yeah, that time you can pound the table out of excitement. Okay, let's look at the standings. So they have the standings. So, oh, they get 10 points for a first? Wait, in that case, playing for first is like a really big deal. Oh my god, they're using the point system from set 3, 4, and 5. This is how we used to score things in the first 3 sets of competition. Where you get an extra point for top 4 and you get an extra point for first. So you get 10 points. So wait, actually, hold on. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Never mind, the point jump is at 2. You get 8 points for a second. Oh, I've never seen this scoring system. So just top two gets... Wait, going first is such a big deal. Oh my god, you get like a 4-point jump over third. Well, that's one way to play it, I guess. From 1 to 10? Yeah, like just look at this. He went 110. That is so swingy. I don't know any player that would like this, but maybe it's entertaining. Who knows? Listen, I'm open-minded when it comes to TFT formats. But that's because I'm a spectator, you know? Hey, what is this? What? I've never seen this before. Is that? Who is that? That's supposed to be Ari? Wait, is this a video that went viral or something I didn't know? Wait, what the heck? Now I feel like I need to watch this whole thing in its totality. And I need to slow this down because we're watching at 1.25. It's a collie? Okay. Play. Wait, so Chonk plays the violin and the drums? This is actually kind of lit. I like this. The face is a little creepy, but this is really cool. The face is like a little much. But just ignore the face. Did you guys know that this is a music video they made? I actually have not seen this. I'm a hyper engaged TFT player, and the fact that I didn't even know that this was a music video is kind of wild. Is it Korea only? Because it sounded Korean, like as if like maybe they hired like I don't know, Le Seraphim or something like that. Oh, that was cool. Let's go to the next game. That's what my wife says. Oh, these guys are a little bit soft. Let me turn them up again. I think I had them at 10% last time. All right. Well, that was a really interesting music video. Maybe they didn't go global with it because maybe the it's only Korea local, or maybe they maybe it's so new that they haven't released it yet.
원하는 것 같고요. 그러니까 뭐 이제 청자분들이 저희 방송과 함께하면서 이벤트
Oh, is that a?
계속
Oh, that's a virtual K-pop singer that did that.
들어올지 모르는 상황에서 처음부터 큰 게 올 수도 있기 때문에
네.
일단은
Like a Korean VTuber.
특별한
Maybe that's why. Like it's not really a video for anyone but the Koreans.
처음으로 나오는 것 같습니다.
자 그리고 결승전에 열혈 팬 이벤트가 또 있죠. 지금 이리안 선수의 개인 방송에서 럭스의 찬란한 성배 드록스도 진행이 되고 있고 공식 방송에서는 문화상품.
All right, match 3. Man, that game was a banger.
들어가면 되겠네요.
Heartsteel.
지금은 하트스틸로 시작할 수 있는 가능성도 있겠고요.
What portal is this?
그리고 이쪽에서
I don't know.
플레이를 위해서 또 이제 골드가 나올 수 있는 가능성을 배제하지 않는 거죠.
Loot subscription? Okay.
중에 하나이기도 합니다.
Ooh.
지금 뭐 이제
I like it.
보이지 않는
Wait, that means we get to see maybe another 5 emblem game. But this time everybody gets it.
라운드 같은 경우에는 약간 그 아이템을 넣어주지 않게 되면 좀 힘들어 보이는 상황도 있습니다.
You know what, man? I think players are lying to themselves when they don't actually think loot subscription is a good portal. Like competitive players. I know a lot of like players who take TFT casually, or like, you know, maybe not like the most serious game, not sweating it. They definitely think it's fun. Like I think even competitive players legitimately really love
팔렸네요 여러 장이.
loot subscription deep down, like deep down. Not publicly, but deep down.
네, 또 아펠의 등장이 또 가능하냐 뭐 이런 부분도 중요하니까요. 그렇죠. 그래서 없는 상황에서 참았습니다.
Okay, gold.
골드 증강으로 시작이고요.
Okay, everyone gets one cost 2-star.
특별하게 보이는 건 없고 어수선한 마음을
It's funny because people scattered too late, so it's kind of hard to tell. The guy took cluttered mind.
여유 있는 거라
Stars are born.
선수가 없으니까요.
맞습니다.
찬찬히 풀어 나가야 됩니다.
Interesting.
정동글 선수가 설마 또 할 생각인가요?
Oh wait, never mind. The orb is a reforger.
네.
ADD를 증폭시켜주는
The timing of it made me look like he got 1-star 2 cost, or 1 cost 2-star.
가장 좋은 출발이라고 볼 수 있습니다.
It's a reforger instead.
대사 촉진제가 있었던 것 같거든요. 하트 스틸에
Bedge. At the beginning of your stage, you get a reforger. Falling asleep over here, man.
동글 선수도 일단
Am I the only one that thinks stars are born is insane? You might be actually. That's kind of an unpopular opinion. A lot of people think stars are born are like is like fine to play for top 4.
그런 거 하는 거
It's really good if you're re-rolling a 2 cost that matters. So you could do stars are born like in the previous patch, people play stars are born into Jax. Because if you had like a Jax pair, you pick stars are born. That means you're the next Jax you find is a 2-star, and then you find headliner Jax, you're 1 off.
비전 선수도 지금은 아이템도 미리 만들어두긴 했어요.
But I don't know. You guys saw me take Stars Are Born, right? I had 5 Yasuos, and I took Stars Are Born, and I didn't hit Yasuo 3, and I rolled like 40 gold, 30 gold, something like that. I didn't hit Yasuo 3, so sometimes Stars Are Born is like that. Yeah, I think it's loose subscription for sure.
처형자 기반의 진강체 선택의 트위치 페어. 여기에서 갑자기 두 번째 쌍공 나오고 막 이런 식으로.
Pantheon, not very good. Exposed weakness, so we're just gonna play Executioners.
자, 그리고 연패를 지금
This was the so I made a YouTube video out today, guys. I'll probably show you guys
선수도 지금은 연패
either between activities segments of the stream or at the end. But I made a new YouTube video. It's a new series that I'm calling TFT Academy, where I basically just like do a comp guide. it's not like some innovative content concept. I'm doing comp guides a lot more directly now. But I show like an example game. I walk through like items, augments, positioning, your core unit you play around, the game plan, how you want to approach it.
Man, I'm getting more.
The first one I
dogged
thought
again.
about doing was Executioners, but
TFT Academy bug.
oh, Kai, what up, man? 2 months. Thank you. Wow, my editor subbed for 2 months. Wow, thank you.
트위치가 하나 더 등장을 하게
It's not some like revolutionary content, but we try to make it like high production and try to go in depth.
곡궁을 선택을 했고요.
And also, I use my own. The part of the reason why is because I want to use some of my own gameplay to show you like how to play a comp if I feel like it was a good example of it. It's part of the reason why I ran down so much LP because I was trying to like hunt for Lux games.
고민이 많네요.
Now you guys know why I ran down 300 LPs because I was trying to play Lux games and they were going terribly, and then I ended up just playing Disco anyways because I wanted to salvage placements, but I went like dead last. So I'm a little bit sad about it. But If you do get the spot for Lux, it's actually really,
죽었어요
really good.
저 덱으로.
And anyways,
상대가 뭐
I was thinking about doing executioners, but I knew executioners were getting nerfed because someone said that they nerfed the Vex stun time from like 1.5 to 0.5, 0.7 or something like that. And I don't want people to find that guide 3 days later and be like, well, this is useless because they just nerfed it. So I was thinking about doing like an executioners guide, but because it's a really powerful comp and most people are still not playing this without Twin Terror. But you can totally play this comp without Twin Terror. What's the spot for Lux? You have to get a lot of rods. You have to get like the comp wants to, like, no joke, use like 6 rods. You want Death Cap, Archangels, Gunblade, Spark, and like you don't even mind having like Crown Guard or something like that. And then you want anti-heal, and the best anti-heal is like Morello. So it's like you actually want like infinite rods. So if you start off with Pandoras, you can actually play Lux, in my opinion.
변했어요 금색으로.
이제 팬더를 제외한
Raise the stakes at 2-6? Okay. Wait, but this guy board sucks. Okay, he's not in his pool though. Smart. So raising the stakes after you know that he was playing against a bunch of weak players. Stacking his positioning.
땡큐죠. 자, 세나 이성.
Run a YouTube ad. I did, actually. Is it? Okay, so actually... Oh, I pressed the button to do... Oh, crap. I just did it again. Okay, no one on YouTube is getting ads, right?
라운드를 맞추지 않을까 싶어요.
Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't work.
이파스 선수의 연승이
I think I have to do automatic ads on YouTube, which
너무
sucks.
잘 풀어놨네요. 네, 이러니까 아마 이기지 않았을까 싶고.
Okay, so there's like an ads thing, but like it doesn't actually work for YouTube.
너무 예쁘네요. 시너지
네.
자체도.
앞라인 쪽 아이템을 먼저 챙겨주는 것도 꽤 좋은 선택이 됐던 것 같습니다 지금은.
그렇죠. 골드도 좀 최대한 뜯어낼 수 있겠고요.
You didn't get anything? Yeah. Maybe I don't have ads enabled or something like that. I'm premium. I mean, that's the nice thing about YouTube. Either YouTube Premium, you don't get ads during streams as well. So yeah, you could probably just look into that for me if it's possible. Otherwise, I'll look at it after stream. Did you say one guy one trick Lux? Oh yeah, but I'm not as good as him. That's the thing. I paid LP to learn how to play it. Is a better way to describe it. Stars are born. What does he want to play?
일단은 그래도 두 번째 매치를 잘 풀었기 때문에
One guy did one trick it, but like he played. I mean, that was like my first times playing the comp. So
괜찮은 그런 성적을 뽑아내주고 있어요.
맞아요. 민돌 씨와 마찬가지로 지금 5점 8점.
you always learn the most your first few games.
확실하게끔 플레이를 할
It's always funny putting out something like that too, because I get like a bunch of people who say like, "Wow, I tried this for the first time and I went top 2, nice." And then other people went like, "I went dead last. I knew you were a clickbaiter. This channel is shit. I'm unsubscribing."
이거 대박 한번 터지겠는데요. 일반적으로도
I'm like, all right, well, you win some, you lose some.
타마트의 보상이 크지 않습니다.
Sorry, your one game sample size didn't work.
이제 보상을 쓸어먹는 것이 요즘은 또 유행하고 있는 방법 중에 하나인데 대촉이 또 있잖아요.
Try it again. All right, sounds good.
상쇄해주고 있다 보니까 지금 완벽한
Why the number skinnier? It's like the Korean client. It's just the font that they use, I think.
지금 짱스타 선수
Keepers, top right for Disco. Last stand.
같은 경우에는
I wonder what the Stars Are Born player is playing, though. He's going for center reroll.
조합을 하더라도 일단
He picked another Senna, too.
너무 중요하다 보니까 많이들 선택을 하고 있고요.
You think Evelyn is rerollable?
좀더
Not really.
작업을 좀 해줬었네요.
She's too weak, and she falls off way too fast. One cost reroll is usually the premise of how one cost reroll has been good historically has been it's able to get you from stage 3 to 4-5 very cleanly, and you're able to win streak consistently to start picking up a secondary carry. If a one cost reroll is not good enough to do that, usually it's very fake. But the current one costs that are good at doing that, like Yasuo and Olaf and Annie, and sometimes you could actually play around like Corki and stuff like that too. I played a Corki reroll game yesterday. It was pretty cool.
박스가 터질 때 많이 기대가 됩니다.
Like you usually use that to get momentum, so you can get to level 7 or 8 and then start playing for secondary carry. So that way your one cost reroll plus a secondary, a dual carry, will preserve enough HP to top 4. The problem with Evelyn, she falls off like stage 3, and that's way too early.
정리보다
확실히 그
Oh yeah, new patch, it might be Jinx.
제자 조합을 하려면 돈이 많이 필요하니까 그 선택을 하려고 하는 건가 싶기도 하고요.
자 그리고 삼성작이 됐습니다.
이거는 사실
Please don't read my comments live,
펑크 징크
he said, typing in chat.
펑트거든요 펑트.
Urgot 2.
이건 그냥 첫 번째 진강의 효과가
Man, I actually think Urgot might be busted next patch. I'm not sure though, because his attack speed scale is AD scaling got weakened. But if you does it even really matter if you just put like red buff on him? Isn't red buff Urgot just gonna be a terror next patch?
보통 저런 식으로 안 하잖아요.
지금 내가 필요한 딱 5점만 가져가겠다.
그렇죠.
예, 이런 전략.
We'll see.
그러니까 절대적으로 1등을 해서 누군가의 우승을 막을 필요도 없는 경기잖아요, 이번 경기는.
맞습니다.
I wouldn't force it, but I had 7 Evans on 2-1 in a diver spot. I mean, in that spot, maybe you just pick her up, but you're not like gonna like itemize her very much. Like I would give her like a Thief's Gloves, and I wouldn't try to reroll if that makes sense. Like I would hold 7 Evelyns while I'm leveling and going for everything else. Okay, we have Infinite Tears. Infinite Tears is good for like the Ahri and the Spellweavers. Dude. Kale? Okay, item holder for Twisted Fate, right? Cluttermine TF. You know what's really funny? Whenever this happens to me, I'm like playing an obvious disco line. I have keepers. I hit early TF. I'm like, man, this game is awesome. I spiked early TF. It should be a free top 4. Usually these are the games I go 7th with disco. I don't understand it. I hit like the early TF. I have good items and everything like that, and then I just go 7th because I'm stuck on TF1 for the rest of the game. It's like you get 1 TF and you hit it in stage 3. That's it. I don't know. It's not like you can't top 4 with TF1, but like it's very, very, very hard to. Twin Terror Urgot, I can see that. Urgot scales well with attack speed, right? Converts it. You think Vex is dead? I know they nerfed her CC, but she also does a lot of damage. I don't think Vex will be as good, but I don't think she'll be dead. She just does a lot of damage. Like the stun was what made her OP, but she still did a lot of damage. If all she did was stun, that wouldn't be enough. The fact that she just does like stun and infinite damage is crazy. Oh my god, does Twitch lose it? Twitch 3 lost? And they're buffing this Kaisa unit? I mean, they're buffing their headliner. I'm glad I'm not the only one who goes 7-8 with early disco. I don't know what it is, man. But like, if I'm playing like the most jank Twisted Fate setup, disco setups, I like roll once and hit like headliner TF with a blitz parent shop, and I have like the worst items ever. I have like guard breaker, adapt. Okay, adapt is not bad, but you know what I mean. It's like the most like, okay, this is probably not a TF game, but whatever. Those are the games I like giga high roll. I don't get it. Okay, looks like Kai figured out the YouTube ads, guys. Thank you for supporting. I'm sorry that if you're like, I came to YouTube to avoid the ads, but like I literally used my YouTube ads to pay my editors. I like break even basically with YouTube, which is a good thing actually. Breaking even is what every YouTube creator actually dreams of. So I'm very fortunate. Some people actually take years to break even on YouTube. Akali 2 at 4-1. I think Akali is still kind of underrated as a headliner. She's not that great. As in, like, you want to go out of your way to go for her. Like okay, I'm gonna like aim for true damage Akali headliner. The only times you do that is when you have a true damage emblem. But true damage Akali 2 is still like kind of underrated. She's fallen off for the most part though. She has a lot of trouble running into like the melee carries and stuff. 2 disco players, Senna 3 bottom left. I kind of want to see the Senna board because we haven't seen reroll Senna in like quite some time.
정동굴 선수는 진짜 뚝심 있게 하고 있습니다. 3번 연속이에요.
다크 헤드라인을 뽑아놓고 50불도 다 방출했네요.
8레벨 찍자마자 모두 돌렸고요.
네, 그런데 제드 이성은 찍히지 않았지만 헤드라이너를 통해서 승리를 챙기는 모습인데, 예. 5점을 얻으면 되는 팬더 입장에서는 좀 어려워진 것 같습니다.
맞습니다. 이렇게 되면 체크포인트 도달이 어려워지겠고요. 자, 그리고 빈틈 리본을 좀 모아 가나 싶었었는데.
체력을 보니까 지금은 좀 어쩔 수 없는 선택 뭐 이런 게 느껴지네요. 지금
Okay, sorry. Editor was responding to me.
들어갈지도 많이 궁금하긴 합니다.
Okay, so we have triple gold. Actually, let me go ahead and look it up real quick. So we have exposed weakness. Oh, we have 2. Oh, this is the Akali player, right? So he's gonna play this just for the extra item. Razzle dazzle. Okay, nothing too crazy. What did the Forge player take?
어떻게 들어갈지도 많이 궁금하긴
One item that I think is starting to climb up in stonks is like people are taking it more often is Hull Crusher. That item I don't really take ever, but it's actually not bad on like Viego and like units like him. Quite solid. Not something that's like better than the S tier stuff right now. So like if you start off with Goldmancer or Diamond Hands or anything like that, is like okay, I'm still gonna pick those. But Hull Crusher is like actually kind of nice on something like him. It is awkward. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just that like if you guys have never seen like Viego 2 with like BT Hull Crusher and like Deathblade or something like that, like something to just juice his AD, like you just like watch him go crazy. Yeah, he sometimes just like becomes unkillable and does a bunch of damage and heals it all back. It's actually nuts. I wasn't a true believer until I saw it one time happen to me because I was playing a disco comp. Because as you guys know, Viego counters disco as well. Oh my god, he hit 10 Rivens. Does Karthus really need such a big buff? Oh, they're reworking Karthus. It's hard to call it a pure buff because there's just so many things different about him. So rework is a better way to describe what's going on with Karthus. He's playing lower cap Riven. I think IE Hodge is actually not great on Riven. Wait, Binta's about to go 1-8 first, 8th. I was watching Dishop's tier list video, and he was talking about how that he doesn't. Not only does he think that Quicksilver is mandatory on Riven, he also thinks Bloodthirster is mandatory on Riven. And I thought like, is that actually true? Like, can't you just play Hodge in a lot of situations? And the more I looked at it, the more he's right, which is not surprising. Dishop is often very right. But just he was basically like, and I also thought about it critically, which is like, why is it better? And it's like, it's not just the shielding, but like even that small MR that she gets with that shield, the BT, because you're playing multiple cloaks, is so good for some of this AP burst stuff that can be really clutch. That's not to say that you can't have success, especially if you're playing like Idealism or something like that. Like you can just put the Hodge on Riven, but it's like way worse, way worse, in my opinion. Yeah, BT, QSS, GS, but like sometimes you don't get to pick and choose, and GS is the one that you replace first because even though it's BIS, it's a damage item, and you can make up damage for combat augments. Like if you have like know your enemy, long distance pals, and like I don't know, some other like tons of stats, you get a lot of damage already with the 8-bit. So GS is obviously like what you want, but sometimes you don't get to pick it. That's the first item you cut, even though it's really, really good. Quicksilver BT is much better to prioritize. It's because 8-bit gives so much raw attack damage. You get so much flat AD that Riven just compensates by converting that into survivability. Death Defiant Zed. Oh, Edge of Night? Oh man, Ezreal Zed is just so fun. It's just so fun. Today I was playing in a game and people were shit talking me. They're like, "Oh my god, Frodan's in my game," and they're just making fun of me. And I was down at 20 HP, and they were like, and people were emoting me like because I was playing Heartsteel, and then I played a 20 HP win out with Ezreal Zed. It was pretty pog. Was it me? You better pray it wasn't. This guy's playing 5 true damage Senna 3. He has rapid fire Senna, so he doesn't even have the best version of Senna. It's kind of awkward. Also, Senna 3 is like, isn't she kind of bad versus all the melees? because she like shoots and then the melees are really close by, and so she shoots like one unit in front of her, and then her pulse is like here, but everyone else is like in the back. I feel like melee carries is like not what someone wants to go up against. You would think that it could make sense because like, oh, melee units all clump towards the front line. Just play center 3, right? But in practice, it's not actually what happens because your front line is not good enough to hold off units in the front. Let's see that screenshot. Nah.
어떤 게 이성작이 안 되고 이런 게 아니었었거든요.
그러게요. 조합이 완성이 됐음에도 불구하고 3연패를 할 정도인가 싶긴 하네요.
이게 덱 티어의 문제예요.
예.
이게 아리 아칼리 전성기는 이미 지났습니다.
맞습니다.
Wolf hit me with the American Psycho, Patrick Bateman. Let's see Frodan's business card.
확실한 만등을 하기가 약간 좀 애매할 것 같거든요.
Oh my gosh. His Zed just goes to the back line. Okay, got stuck a little bit. Dude, Zed and Ezreal just like got through the front line so quick. Let's go, Dangul. This Zed setup, no joke, might win the game. I know that he's at 27 HP, but like the fact that he has 3 items Z2 headliner and he has like itemized Ezreal in the back. He has Rage Blade, which is not great, but if he can scale that Heartsteel, that dude might win the game. Binton went 8th again. Oh man, dude, what? This guy is a first or 8th gamer. I don't know. So he has to be playing Riven from suboptimal spots. There's no way that Riven averages an 8th. He literally went 8.0 with Riven twice. 818 Burbank area code. Frodan, did you used to play Hearthstone back in the day, or am I having a huge Mandela effect? I played some Hearthstone back in the day, yeah. I played a little Hearthstone. I queued up a Druid once. You think it's more important to have good Zed items or good Ezreal items? Depends on who you 2-star. And also, if you headliner Ezreal, it's almost like kind of intuitive. So once I explain it, I think it'll make a bunch of sense. Center 3. He has a lot of HP with Center 3. If you hit headliner Ezreal, then it's more important to itemize Ezreal. If you hit headliner Zed, more important to hit Ezreal's Zed. And the tiebreakers in non-headliners are whoever you're more likely a 2-star, and your augments are better around. If you have stuff like Harm Assist is much better for Zed. And if you have something that's like more like Gifts of the Fallen or things like that, that's just straight up like stat boosts, that makes sense for Ezreal because Ezreal is often big on survivability to the last in the fight. Then you want to itemize run Ezreal. That's what makes it really fun to play it, because it really depends on like what you're more likely to get value out of. Who's the more fed carry? Wow, exposed weakness executioners go 7th. It's a little bit like so I don't actually often use the analogy, but TFT and League of Legends have a ton of overlap in terms of macro. Like in League of Legends, if you're playing Summoner's Rift, you're playing around who's your fed carry. You're not going to try to play around a bot lane that got ganked a lot and is behind by a full item, right? You're just going to have them try to contribute and hopefully they can catch up later. Instead, you'll play around your like mid or, you know, maybe a top lane like AFK farmed. And same thing in TFT, which is like if you have an Ezreal 1 and you have like a Z2 that can like make a lot of sense, you just play around the Zed. It's quite intuitive if you start thinking about it that way. It helps solve a lot of like macro issues with TFT if you start analyzing things sometimes. If you have League of Legends knowledge, that is. It actually kind of translates over pretty nicely. Another Ezreal 2. Okay, where are Ezreal items? I'm actually down to just reforge these Ed's items straight up. Okay, Shroud is good, but this guy wants JG, Rageblade, Hodge. These are Karthus items for next patch. What? What are these S items, man? Okay, never mind. This Dango guy made me look like a clown. I said that this guy can win out, and then he just plays Rageblade, JG, Hodge, Ezreal. Like, what is that?
연속 3번을 했는데
네.
You play Legends of Runeterra? I played some.
턱없이 모자릅니다.
Never really gave me the itch. You want your card games kind of like herpes,
민돌 씨가 이러면
where after you're done playing, you still get the itch.
달성이 되네요.
와, 진짜
And unfortunately, Legends of Runeterra did not give me that.
선수도 1등을 하게 되면 네, 체크 포인트 도달은 가능합니다.
그렇죠. 근데 조합의 고점을 봤을 때는 이게 좀 어렵지 않을까라는 생각이 드는데 조금 더 생각을 해봤을 때 키 하나의 아이템이 더해질 수 있다? 그러면 조금 더 강해질 수 있거든요. 아직까지는 상징 외에는 아이템이 없습니다.
자, 아직은 패가 무너지지 않고 있습니다. 그러다 보니까 킬러 라인이
Oh my god, we lost to this. I mean, it's a Sona 2. Sona 2 beats the last stand.
칼리의 한계가 보였던 게 그러니까 지금 또 아래쪽에 원딜들을 다 깔아놨고 촉수
I mean, I think Legends of Runeterra is fun for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I enjoy like 1 2 games. But after like 2 games of like stack rock paper scissoring. Okay, it's not really rock paper scissoring, but like trying to play around the stack. I kind of feel like it feels tedious to me. Too much like people saving their slow, fast, quick spells, and then like trying to save for like one really impactful turn. Like Runeterra feels like everyone's playing around. Like as you continue to get better and you climb in Masters, there's no GM challenger, I think, as far as I know in Runeterra. But as you climb in Masters, it becomes like really about, did you play that one turn? Like how did you play around the one turn correctly? And trust me, there's a huge element of like how you're playing the turn and navigating around it. There's a lot of nuance with it, but it's like it's not the kind of gameplay that I enjoy, which is like yeah. I like more interactive, like back and forth tug of war, which is like what Hearthstone did originally. Honestly, Hearthstone's a lot closer to Legends of Runeterra these days than you might think. A lot of like, did you pull off your one turn like well or not? I was watching this this druid deck. Oh my god, it was terrible. Senna top 3. Hood boy reroll Olaf Kale top 4. Reroll Senna top 3. Stars are born into Senna. You know what, man? This Hood boy guy he's got some tech. He's got some tech. What do you guys think? Senna 3? What do you guys think? Senna 3 for real or fraud? Top 3. I mean, he top 3 comfortably, by the way. It wasn't like he died at the same time as anybody else. He had multiple lives. He made it to 9. Stars are born Senna 3. Maybe just right place, right time. Hood boy is he's a reroller. He's got the reroll tech. He moved up Senna to the 3rd row. 3rd row Senna. Oh my god. He's beating Disco? Oh! Nah. You know what? Senna 3 wins that next batch for sure. I like a lot. But this is Ziggs 2, Sona 2, Yorick 2. Like this is not like a pushover disco board. This guy's board is actually great. Like what in terms of what else could you actually ask for? I guess you could like wish for a second disco ball. That's about it. Okay, a bunch of gold on the loot subscription. Rage Blade. I love you. You look great in that sweater. It's very. Sorry, I'm all flushed now. It's very hard, armor heavy. You're not wrong. Senna also capitalizes by doing a lot of AP damage and true damage, and maybe people are not positioning around that. This guy's rolling for a Akali 3, Viego 3. Oh, thank you, Frodan. I wasn't talking to you, Shu, but you know what? You probably look great anyways. 7 Karthus, 7 Viegos. He's holding a Karthus, but he ditched it. Another Ziggs too? Wait, this guy's playing the cap. Double Ziggs.
있었나 싶습니다. 아직 3성장 되지 않았고요. 민돌씨도 마찬가지로 이대로 갑니다.
네. 자, 일단은
My
좀
God.
아니 그리고 민돌 씨는 과감한
And he has the hard counter
끝날 수도 있는
to Akali.
전투 한 번이면 끝날.
Alawi won.
네.
아, 무리하진 않았습니다.
그래도 이걸
Wait.
이긴다면
이기면 상관없죠.
Cast again? And GG's.
민돌씨가
Whoa, dude, it's too hype.
와, 포인트 관리도 너무 잘 되고 있는 민돌씨입니다.
네. 그리고 뭐
Yeah.
가져가게 되면서 이게 시점 자체가
네.
여기에서 1등 한다고 해서 끝나는 건 아니지만 분위기는 민돌 씨에게 오고 있는 것 같습니다.
That's what Twisted Fate. If you can get 3 items on those zigs, it's actually good. But
대촉과 하트리킬.
yeah.
와, 저도 판돈을
Actually, well, breaking down that fight, I'm actually surprised that it was like so convincing.
중요한 것 같아요.
Yorick 2. I mean, this board is actually cracked though. 5 pentakill with fully itemized Yorick, fully itemized Akali, fully itemized Viego, fully itemized. Like, it's actually like BIS everything as well. The only thing that's not BIS is Yorick, but honestly, these items are good on Yorick too.
아니 그리고 민돌 씨는 과감한
Exposed weakness, Gifts of the Fallen.
끝날 수도 있는 체력인데.
See, his Gifts of the Fallen pentakill, which just like basically scales infinite damage for him.
그래도 이걸 이긴다면
이기면 상관없죠.
자 카서스가
자,
틀리고
이기면 상관없죠. 민돌씨가 승자를 가져갑니다. 자, 이러면
They're just so hyped, man. I don't get it.
그리고 뭐 동시에 1등까지
What's the headliner Ziggs? I don't know actually. I think it might have been Dazzler.
분위기는 민돌 씨에게 오고 있는
I think Hyperpop is Ziggs' best headliner attribute.
네, 그럴 자격 충분했습니다. 대촉과
War Executioner Karthus Akali with the exposed weakness. Good stuff.
금상자를 또 왔었지 않습니까?
10연패 이후에
Alright, look at the scores. Let's see where Bintum lands.
그렇지 않습니까?
디스콜
13점으로 가장
Mindle, 23 points. Dangul, oh man, he's really far behind. It's actually like such a big point gap with this first being 10 points.
보유하고 있습니다.
First gets 10 points, second gets 8 points, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4-point gap. This makes you feel like this guy is like completely destroying the lobby, but it's only like second and a first, and he's just outplaced by like 1 on this guy.
본인이 원하는 대로 되지 않았습니다.
네, 선택과 집중이
Actually, he got +1 as well, so he plays +2.
그게 무조건 순방에 이어질 수는 없는 거거든요.
Bintum 1-10-1.
쌍봉을 이용한
I'm down for him to go 10 next turn,
펀치라든가
or next match.
순방이 거의 확실시 됐던 거지. 지금 꺼내들었던 조합은 데이터상
Interesting.
확실하게
Dude, all the players that I know are going 6, 7, 8. I said Panda made it to Worlds, Bintum made it to Worlds, Dongle made it to Worlds, Levition grinds on NA, and they're like 3rd, 6, 7, 8.
만들어줘야죠. 절대 여기서 끝낼 수 없다.
그렇죠. 이 새로운 돌풍을 저지할 수 있을지. 하지만
You know any good Filipino players in TFT? Yeah. Chaos.
이런 상황 정말 많이 겪어본 선수들이에요.
Chaos, which is spelled like this. Good PH.
과연 누가 우승할지
Chaos.
경기 준비 끝.
And Jose
바로 시작하겠습니다.
Paulo.
네 번째 매치입니다.
They're great Filipino players.
독재계 크레센도가 선택지.
How did you learn and develop your commentary style?
있는데
I mean, just by doing it a lot,
복제기도
thinking about what I want, studying myself, practicing.
처음이죠. 중반부에 이제
The one thing that I think I did a lot that other people didn't do back in the day, they do it now. But you'd be surprised how little casters actually practiced back in the day.
예, 뭔가 심상치가 않아요, 민돌씨 선수.
Like, casters didn't actually sit down and like do practice sessions either by themselves or with other people. They just like winged it. They would like watch themselves maybe, or they would listen to other things and like talk about it, like how they want to do things, but then just like, okay, time to just go and do it. They didn't actually like practice.
꽤 괜찮은 경기력 보여줍니다.
고도보이 선수는
But nowadays, the elite casters all do that.
안감이 교체하지 않을까 싶어요. 우승은
And also now I'm the one who doesn't practice.
바로 이렇게 민다고
I don't practice casting anymore.
아니면 이런 거 아닐까요?
Thankfully, part of it is that, you know, I don't actually cast anymore.
우승을 했는데
I felt pretty rusty for Vegas, I'm not gonna lie.
뚜껑을 뚜껑을
I was so used to co-streaming that, and then they were like, that if you guys don't know, for Vegas, I casted the entire last day, and I wasn't prepared to do that. They asked me the night before, like 12 hours beforehand. The day 2 ended in Vegas, and they were like, hey, you want to cast?
the last day, and you know, I did, but at the same time, I don't think I could say no in that spot. I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. And I just didn't feel prepared. So I hadn't been practicing casting in so long, and so when I jumped onto the broadcast for the last day in Vegas, I felt really rusty. But people had a good time. That's all that matters. In reality, a lot of casters like over prepare sound bites. A lot of casters go into casting games and they have like sound bites prepared in their head. They actually like write lines and they practice it and they think about like the scenarios they would say something like this. And I think casters like focus on that too much sometimes because they're trying to go for like the highlight reel. They're trying to like go for like a Reddit comment or like someone's like, man, I remember this line. Like everyone's trying to recreate like Doa's like, Faker, what was that? And like those are like, and for sure they're like important moments, but I think a lot of casters over-index on that and they kind of forget that like what's more important is like capturing the feeling of the moment more than anything else like that. That's always what I've cared about, right? My mom told me, I forget who said it, but like people won't remember what you say, but they'll always remember how you make them feel. And she like told me, she emphasized that to me like a lot when I was younger and practicing public speaking. She's like, don't focus too much on like the speech and the words and like what you actually say, just like remember how you make them feel. That's like more important. And so that's always been like the core crux of like my commentary. I don't if you guys actually like, a lot of people like my commentary, but like I don't think people can remember like any quotes that I say, and that's like somewhat intentional because it's always like spur of the moment. That's about it. Anyways, this is Crescendo Portal, so a little bit less yapping about my commentary stuff. This guy took Tiny Titans at 2-1, which is historically kind of bad, but he has Heartsteel opener, so it makes sense. Even now you're getting infinite EXP. Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, so during the ad break, guys, someone asked, like, you know, how do you refine your casting style? Basically, I just talked about, like, how I've always, back in the day, I basically practiced it and no one did. It was like, everyone just winged it. But nowadays, I don't practice, so I felt kind of rusty. Ooh, Kale is pretty good, but he's... Wait, Silver Spoon Loose Streak? I guess the nice thing about Silver Spoon is it gives you like a early level, so you can get like 2-cost headliner like this. Okay, so he's not actually loose streaking, he's just waiting to see if he can get something good. So Pentakill Kale is a very good early 2-cost play around. Especially if you have AP items. Especially if you have AP items.
그냥 은근슬쩍 삼성되는 경우가 있긴 하거든요.
맞아요. 디스코. 말씀하신 대로 얼마나 치열한지 누구보다 잘 알고 있는 선수들입니다.
What is this Lulu thing? Oh, I talked about that Danimal already, which is apparently the tech is Trickster's got some Lulu. Wait, this guy has 7 Lulus. Or sorry, 7 Namis. Is Nami 3 really good? Is Nami 3... Let me rephrase this question. Nami 3 on stage 2 is probably pretty good. Do you keep Nami 3 for like the majority of the game, or do you just sell her like when you like roll down? Like, do you keep her until like stage 5 or something like that, and then like go for another roll down, hit TF2? You play it to like level 9 maybe? I don't know. Sell level 8? I can see that. I've only seen one Nami 3 on Box and he went 8th. Sad. I feel like she just falls off too much because in the mid stage of the game, you're limited. Your Nami damage is entirely limited based off how often she's casting, and that doesn't scale with number of targets. So the moment some people have like training dummies, Alawis, things like that, Nami's damage is like highly restricted to who she's casting on, and for her to kill 7 to 8 targets would require her to cast like an ungodly amount of times, and so you can't really depend on her. And so she does fall off. The question is just, you know, when does she fall off? Maybe if they did the old thing, which was Nami 3. I think they had Nami at 1 cost before, and they had her cast twice. Like, she would shoot 2 bubbles. But that would probably be way too OP. I don't know. I kind of like Nami. She's chill.
빈틈도 이번에 디스코 시작인데요. 네이션의 쇼진을 또 바로
Yeah, set 4 now. I mean.
빈틈이 그러니까 딱 전 라운드에서 승리를 해서 레벨업을 누르고 한 번 더 이제 연승을 좀 이어가려고 했었는데 이러면 또 착잡하죠.
상대가 워낙 강합니다.
Looks like 2 disco players. Although Nashers doesn't mean that you always have to play TF, but I think people are underplaying Ari on the patch.
초반기세가 상당히 매섭습니다. 판다 선수는 펜타킬로 빌드업을 짜고 있고요.
Remind me to get water after this game, because I'm out.
그래도 확실히 초반에 선택한 증강 때문에 골드량은 좀 많이 가지고 오는데 성공했거든요.
Katarina. Next patch is going to be pretty good, I think. They buffed Death Cap. They buffed Cat like 3 times now. Isn't it kind of amazing? Like, Katarina was so dominant at the beginning of the set, and now, like, they buffed her and they, like, multiple times, and they buffed, like, all the rod items. Like, she should be good. They did nerf crowd divers, though. And also, like, they made a lot of other carries more viable that, like, kind of punish Cat for being in the second row. Like, she's here right now. She just gets hit by, like, Vex. She gets hit by, like, Echo. Just Yone swipes and, like, AoEs her down. It's just, it's kind of just brutal to deal with. I don't think she's, like, a bad unit. I just think that, like, the way the meta is, it's, like, hostile to her inherently.
애매하게 워컨트리로 갔을 때 민돌 씨는 의미가 없거든요. 숨을 좀 바라보고 있는 선수이기 때문에.
We actually, like, suggested to straight up remove her from the tier list. We put her at the bottom of, like, B tier or whatever, and then we were talking about it in Mobilytics tier list, and we're just like, should we even just like remove her? I feel like we shouldn't even suggest people to play her, even as like an off meta thing. I don't include her in my YouTube tier list, for example. Next patch, she should be playable though. Next patch, she should be playable. Remember your roots for the disco player. Grab bag, idealism. Last stand. Another last stand. All these players taking last stand one more time. The last stand of last stand, if you will. New Chaos seems interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow is going to be a short stream because I'm going into the office. And as you guys know, when I go into office days, I do like a 2, 3, 4 hour stream at most because I get back kind of late. I get back at like 6 p.m. I'll probably be just playing games on the new patch. I'll be logging on to like the OC and stuff like that. I'll try all your dumb ideas out, like Kale or something like that, or what's your office job? I work at a mobile gaming studio. We make mobile games. We got some stuff cooking up. I lead the marketing team on that. So yeah, I work game dev. I used to work at Twitch. I worked at Twitch for 8 years. I got laid off last year during the layoff rounds. And I thought about what I wanted to do. I did consider going full-time, like streaming content creation, but obviously that puts like a huge burden on, you know, the family for like making it, right? Like part of the reason why I feel like I can have such good spirits about streaming and content and like TFTs is like part of it is like it's not 100% of my income, and like my livelihood isn't 100% dependent on it. That puts you in a different, it put things in different light when it's like this is like you need to do it. The way I view it is I get to do it, so it's like a privilege to me. And so I come in from a different mental starting point from a lot of people, and so I evaluated it, and I realized that like part of what made this job particularly interesting, I never got to work on from the game developer perspective. I worked like with the game devs on the other side and everything, as a platform, production vendor, as a client, as a contractor, as talent, things like that. I've never actually like worked at the game dev stuff, so it's been really cool. I've been learning like a lot. I'm literally in the middle of a crowd divers game. LOL, probably gonna go 8th. If you hit early Kiana, you're actually pretty good. But yeah, it's I mean, it's not. See, even the worst comps in the game still have like a win rate, you know. There's no comp that like has a 0% win rate. even if Katarina's win rate is like 7%, 8%, that means if you high roll, you can win. It just means that it's not a consistent comp. Don't give up. 6 ribbons at 3.5. But he's at 47 HP. Mindo's currently first in points, right? He's having a good day today. This seems like a much better ribbon spot. Like, compare this to Bintum, who's been like playing it and has like 30 HP here and then like loses twice and is at 1 HP and then hits ribbon 3. Seems like he's managed the ribbon spot better. Or he played it from a better position.
진짜 말도 안 되는 조합을 만들어내면서 내가 1등을 할 수 있을까에 대한 고민이 될 것 같고. 그리고 4비트.
I look on motivational poster. Like, but seriously though, what are some of the lowest win rate comps in the game? Punk. If we look at Punk, oh sorry, I paused it. I'm pretty sure Punk still has a win rate above 0, even though it's like it doesn't win any games. Let's look. Where is it? GM plus 14.1. Look at it during the creep rounds here. And he has 7 ribbons and 2 Caitlins. This spot is blessed. Okay. GM plus 14.1. Scroll down. Can we find Jinx? Oh, it's not even on the comps list. Oh. Okay, what about Meta TFT? Meta TFT. Punk. About only GM plus. Apply. And then look for Jinx. 5.14. 0.03 pick rate. 2% win rate. See? 2% win rate. Even the dumpster tier comps wins 2% of the time. 2% of the time, it wins every time. It doesn't mean that you can't ever win, so don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, 2% is really low. It's very, very, very low. That means every 50 games you play it, you might win once on average. Or you should win once on average. That could be you. Here's another way to think about it. If you're GM plus and you win a game with Punk, Jinx, you just basically single-handed raised like that average of that win rate dramatically. You single-handedly did it. You are the outlier. Everyone always wants to be an outlier, right? We all have heard of Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers. What about me? I want to be the outlier. That could be you. So queue it up. But before you queue it up, if you're GM plus, DM me so I can queue up too. What up, Jupson? ¿Cómo estás? This guy is Cyberbulk 2 and 3. Big Yone roll down. Oh my. You take it. You take it. You take it. Dude, Koreans, man. They're just so hyped.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Cognito. Thank you for the 7 months. Todo chévere pana. Pana. Okay, God. Okay, don't judge my Spanish. Mi español es muy mal. What's the page? I was just using Meta TFT.
이게 뭔가 나사가 하나 빠져 있어요.
아, 이게 하트 스틸과 스타의
네,
차이가 너무나 크거든요.
스타였으면 진작에 다 썰어버렸습니다.
맞습니다. 갑니다.
큰 거 왔어요, 정답을도. 플레이를 이미 왔고요. 골드도.
All right, so we have 2 Harm Assist 3s. What the Forge? Ooh.
굉장한 편이거든요, 정도는.
Pentakill Riven. He's rolling to see if he can hit. Oh, he hit Viego. Ah, but you gotta take that. You gotta take that. You gotta take that. You're not happy about Edgelord Viego? Pentakill Viego is a lot better because it lets you hit 7 very easily. Pentakill Viego is the juice. Oh my god, he hit Death Defiance as well. I'm not I'm generally a pretty loyal guy, but I'm kind of seeing Viego on the side of my Zed crush. I have a massive crush on Zed, but like I'm kind of seeing Viego on the side, if you know what I mean. You hit Pentakill Viego, you're like, oh, this is the juice. It's the good stuff.
일단 연달아 패배를 기록하고 있는 모습이고요.
You give him 3 items and watch Viego just AoE down all these units, and he has built-in evasion because the way he like TPs into it as well is oh, it's great, man.
자, 과연 확률로 봤을 때는 이번 경기에서 경기가 끝날 확률은
Yeah, spot's really good for sure.
두 명밖에 지금은 체크 포인트에 도달한 선수가 없기 때문에.
그리고 민돌시 선수의
You win 8th? I'm sorry, man. Country, Katarina 3 is not really good. The only time I've seen Katarina 3 this patch actually do something was, oddly enough, a country reroll because they just went for 3-star everything and they had Cat 3 and they had extra items. They just put it on her and she actually did stuff. You're not really trying to go out of your way to play Cat 3. It was like I think it was like a March of Progress game. They were done rolling for Samira 3 or Gat 3, and they couldn't hit Vex 3, so they decided to roll for Cat 3, and she did stuff there. When's the patch out? It's tomorrow. Or Wednesday. One more day of break.
그나마 이제 입맛대로 고르는 부품을 선택해놔서 뭐 나중에 이제 선택은 가능하긴 한데 여기는 모루가 물렁해준.
모루 선택했습니다.
Levision. How many people are taking what the Forge? I read something by Asa. Oh, this guy. Whoa, do you guys see his board actually? This dude is playing Disco KDA with Q Cone in What the Forge. My God. How many awkward setups do you need in one game? Like, the thing about it is KDA and Disco require specific positioning, and then he has Q-Cone, the Chalice, which is like also a row positioning, and then if you get things like Sniper's Focus and Hull Crusher, those are also positioning dependent, so it's like, man, some really awkward stuff going on in that game. Yone? So cool. That chesting. This guy's going for RE3, the prismatic ticket into RE3 tech. Prismatic ticket into 4-cost reroll. That makes sense. Hoodboy rerolled Olaf. He rerolled Kale. He rerolled Senna. So yeah, he's just rerolling. He just rerolled today. Reroll Ari. It makes sense. Also, this lobby has proven that they don't play around Ari at all. So, not at all, but like very rarely. Not gonna lie, I don't enjoy a meta with Karthus and Edgelords being so dominant, so seeing people beat it with fun boards gets me hype. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree.
자, 안 나왔습니다.
이길 선수가 없습니다.
자, 돌립니다.
가렘 팔고 돌려야죠.
Mindle going 8th. Wait.
끝까지 안 주나요?
You guys know what this means? If Mindle goes 8th, that means Riven today in this finals has averaged in 8th place. It went 8th, game 1, 3, and potentially 4. Wait, I kind of want that just for the fun meme. Oh man, you lost to a Riven too? Bintum, please win. Bintum, please win. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Wait, he has 7 Aries. 7 Aries. I'm down for Hoodboy to hit. I'm down for Hoodboy to hit.
진짜 안 나오네요.
이 정도까지 돌렸는데 안 주는 거는 민돌 입장에서는 너무한다.
2 off. He has a lot of gold, but he's at 25 HP. The restraint on this guy. Oh, this is a good time to play him because he's still not. Oh man, this guy's high rolling matchmaking. Unless Ari's good. Oh my god, the one shots. Wait, it happened. Riven 3 went 8th 3 times. Every game Riven's been played, you went 8th. Wow, I can't believe that. It literally, Riven's gone 888 today.
있어요.
Whoa, someone's riding his Ari. Dude, someone's holding the Ari. Come on, man. Come on, hit anyways. Hit anyways. Hit anyways. There's one more Ari in the pool.
끝나는 상황이 될 수도 있기 때문에 후드보이 아리 삼성은
This guy just sent the Riven 8th to 8th place, and now you're gonna hold his Ari like a rat.
그렇죠.
아니면 제 크립 때 복귀기가 나올 수도 있는 거니까.
Come on now. Oh, we did not position this Sona well.
슬슬 힘이 빠지거든요.
네.
이게 초월 터지면 그때부터는 아칼리가 왕이
Doesn't matter.
터졌어요.
Oh, it does matter. It does matter. It does matter. Oh, wait. First pick on Carousel, 10 head. The last Ari on Carousel and Ari.
아리가
Well, I understood the Koreans. They were trying to pop off for the Ari.
그냥 피바라기. 그러니까 찍히면 피바라기
Ariga.
잡을 수 있으니까.
예.
그러니까 그것도 생각하고 있는 것 같아요.
Mindo had to choose between new recruit or Harmlesses. It's Harmlesses almost every time.
그것도 문제죠.
But the fact that he was off, he didn't hit Riven 3 is kind of a low roll. Like, I mean, everyone knows if you're playing Riven and you don't hit Riven 3, you're gonna struggle for sure. Okay, prismatic tickets. Prismatic ticket. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Come on. Come on. Wait, no, don't roll. Don't pivot away.
야, 빈틈
Don't pivot away.
한장 견제도 진짜 크거든요.
맞아요.
Sell the what's her name? The Lilia. We have 2 gold, and if you hit, you sell the Sona. Ah, this game.
될 듯했는데.
He's going up against the guy that griefed him.
그리고 정동을 선수가 현재 불타고
All right, he's playing Ezreal Zed though. I'll allow it.
자, 저기 꼬리를 살려.
I don't mind. I don't mind. Ezreal Zed is too cool.
결국 삼성이
My
되지
favorite
않나요?
comp this patch.
아, 여기서
If you guys like my TFT Academy, tomorrow is gonna be I made 2 back to back. Man, I'm actually miffed.
네, 진짜 한번 노려볼 만한 작전이긴 했어요.
If you guys, I made a YouTube video on Lux reroll today for TFT Academy. I filmed 2 of them in a row, so I just to get them like kind of batched in because I realized that I want to do something for this patch. It came a little bit late. It should have been out over the weekend, but it's gonna be out today and tomorrow. The second one's on Ezreal 80 Flex with Zed.
네 번째 도전이죠.
그렇죠. 자, 뚝심 있게 하고 있습니다.
맞습니다.
What's the Ezreal Zed line? Well, tune into my YouTube tomorrow to find out.
몸의 저항이 나와줬던 것도
Boom.
네, 세 번째
Right in time for the patch to hit the very next day.
잘 맞아 떨어지고 있고요.
But honestly, shouldn't it be better next patch?
진감 자체도 워낙 잘 보여요.
They nerfed Cassante, but they buffed Ezreal and they buffed Big Shots. Like, it actually should be better next patch.
워낙 지금 딜러진이 많이
So if anything, next patch it's gonna be really good.
지금 우승을 할 수 있었던 2명의 선수 모두 다 최하위에서 끝나서 이번 매치에서 상위권에 기록하고 점수를 많이 얻잖아요. 그럼 최종 점수에
Video's dope. I liked it better than the Into Deep series because you really get to understand the comp. That's great.
수도 있겠습니다. 중위권의 격차가 8점 차이거든요.
Yeah, instead of explaining like this is what the people are doing, this is how to play it, and then it's a little bit more aimed at intermediate to advanced. The VOD review stuff is like it's like aimed at advanced in general. Can you do Executioner? I actually thought about doing Executioners, but the problem is that they were nerfing it, so I didn't want to do Executioners. Executioners was the first comp I thought about for doing it, but then if Vex nerf ended up being like a really big deal and Twin Terrors getting changed, like if there was no situation you played it anymore, which I don't think is the case, but if it did, and the Karthus rework was unsuccessful, then I didn't want it to be like a video that felt bad to do after like 3 days, if that makes sense. Like it would come out and then the patch comes out and it's like, well, surprise, Executioners are terrible. So I wanted to take something a little bit like less risky. This guy has 6 Karthus, by the way, with what the Forge. Man, this Viego is such a Chad. This Viego just 1v9s. Just watch this Viego dink donk walk everywhere he wants, right? So he walks up here and then just AoEs into the back, boom. And then Karthus cleans it up and then he just like chip chops and just like kills everything. Boom. So good. You nailed the top 2 immediately after watching the video? Nice. Amazing. At what rank do you become a good player? That depends entirely on your definition. Like, if you're comparing yourself to streamers, that's different than comparing yourself to, like, you know, people who play very casually. Like, my wife plays. She plays casually. My wife considers like Masters a good player because she's hit Diamond, but she's never hit Masters. So for her, it's like that's better than her, and she doesn't like sweat super hard. She plays like 100 games a set, but she tries. I think this set she played like 150. And then but like to a lot of streamers, you aren't good unless you're a challenger, and then to the top streamers, you aren't good until you're like a top challenger player, like 1500 plus, like 13 to 1500 plus LP. Like challenger players, the good challenger players don't consider me a good player. They consider me a good caster and like a good enough player to understand the game for them to respect what I bring to the table. But you know, the really strong players, they're not looking for my opinion. Disop or Setsuko have never once asked for me on like what they think what my opinions are on the meta, and nor should they. Oh my god. This beats the last stand board like that? That board is so good. But that's okay. I'm not offended by it. I'm not gonna be like, I need to feel like they call me a good player. I think that's where some players get hung up on. Some players get hung up on like needing to feel respected. And that makes sense, right? Like I think for a while Emily Wang described how she had like not a really good relationship with TFT because she was like grinding it too much. She was like putting too much of her life into it. And I think part of it was rooted in the desire for her to be respected. And there's layers to it, right? Part of it is that I think people inherently like memed her too hard, and also some people are probably like not willing to respect her in general, regardless of her results. But I do think that it can really eat at you. And for me, like I want to be respectable, which is different. And I think most people do. Oh my god! Hold on. Oh, Ezreal. Nah. Wait, Zed? What is going on? That was insane. That fight was crazy. I couldn't follow it at all. Holy moly, that was a straight up LPL fight. What was going on? What? Okay, so let's break this down again. This Zed just went full on Faker. I cannot believe that. Death Defiant Zed is crazy. So he works his way through here, kills this Yorick. But Ezreal, like, there's Akali, Viego, Ezreal still alive versus Poppy 2, Zed 2, Zac 2, Ezreal 2. Okay, so there's a numbers advantage. But the Viego kind of, like, makes short work of everything with the Karthus. Karthus, like, kills all this. Karthus, Viego versus... Oh, Viego, what is he doing? What was this Viego doing? He just stands here? Is that Zac? Is that a Zac bug? Oh. Okay, actually, I see it. So, Zed's Shadow clone counts as a unit. So, Viego got stuck here because of the Zed clone and Zac casting. When Zac's bouncing around, that also counts as a stationary unit. So Viego was just trapped between Zac, who he couldn't target, and Zed's clone, who he couldn't target as well. So he was just trapped and couldn't do anything. He had to wait for Zac to bounce back to the original location. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. And I don't know if that like would guarantee him the victory, but it would have impacted the fight. Man, what a crazy fight. What a crazy fight. That is ridiculous. I mean, that's just okay, that's pure fight RNG. Like, how could you anticipate your Viego who started off here? Wait, did he where did the Viego start? I think he started on the left side of the board, right? How would you anticipate this Viego to start here and end up trapped and having 7 minutes of heaven with Zac's body that's left over and Zed's clone? Like, you just can't. There's just no way you can ever anticipate that. He actually makes his way around the world. He went top left, top right, and then bottom right.
일단 중요한 건 제드가 건재합니다.
예. 자,
Crazy, crazy.
2대1이에요.
붙어 있잖아요.
자,
붙어.
2대1이에요. 이렇게 이겨내면서
우와.
전동균의 체크 포인트.
Man, Korean commentating makes it so much better. I love it.
선수들이 순간 5 EDM으로 바꾸는 이 판단은요.
That was definitely the coolest looking fight. Agreed.
선수가 왜그 많은 또 팬분들을 이게 응원을
I think EDM Z is also already playable. I can show you guys a little bit of tech that I have looked up into.
누구나 알고 있어요.
Hold on one second.
한번 테스트를 해봤는데 안 된다 이거죠.
If you sort by GM plus, actually, if you sort by Masters plus, I can show you guys. I'll show you guys. Okay, I'll do two things. I'm gonna show you guys this comp, and I'm gonna go get water and take an ad break. Okay, so EDM Z, if you sort by Grandmasters plus, is actually doing well, but I can sort by Masters plus. But it does worse in Masters, but in GM, you can see it. And EDM Z basically plays around just Z2, and its average placement is pretty consistent. You just play like Crowd Divers Z, or you can play around EDM Z, and you get Crowd Divers, or you can play around Zac as well, or you can play around Crowd Diver Yone. But I'm pretty sure that's like a Yone 3 setup. But I looked a little bit deeper, and this is like specifically them not playing around Yone 3. You might be thinking like, isn't this just Yone 3 setup? But it's just like you can actually play around Z as your primary. Its pick rate is very low, so like it still has yet to be fleshed out. But here's like the most interesting thing: it actually has a really high win rate, and that makes sense because it caps high. But if you compare it to some other stuff, its win rate is better than like a lot of other comps. I think it has potential. Just 5 EDM Z, level 8 comp. Even playing dual Z. Like here's another really interesting variation that is suggested. I'm playing like 2 Zs. Something to think about. Food for thought. I'm gonna take an ad break, get some water. I'll be back in 2 minutes. BRB guys.
안될 때 다른 방법을 찾아야 되잖아요. 근데 보통 하는 수가 막 5% 이상을 올린다던가 극단적으로 뭐 저걸 바꾼다던가 이런 건데 EDM을 올려주면서 힘을 그냥 빡 줬습니다.
그렇습니다. 5위까지 시드가 있습니다. 2위에서 5위까지 다음 회차 ATS에 진출할 수 있는 본선 시드권을 가져갈 수 있고요. 우승자에게는 이제 상금과 동아시아 결승에 갈 수 있는 자격이 주어지겠습니다. 이제 신정민 해설이 앞서서 좀 강조해 주셨잖아요. 포인트 상황이 너무 촘촘해졌어요.
그렇죠.
그러니까 이 좀 어쩔 수 없는 선택이 있어요. 원래 요네도 그렇잖아요. 시너지 세개를 갖고 있기 때문에 하트 스틸을 많이 먹으려고 쓴다. 근데 하트 스틸이 떴어요. 근데 그것을 사용해주면서 버텨주면서 딱 19점 만들었거든요.
그렇죠. 야, 이게 정말 재밌는 또 매치가 만들어질 것 같은데요. 저희는 준비하는 시간 같고요. 이어지는 다음 매치로 돌아오겠습니다.
All right. This format's kind of close. Yeah, actually, it looks like the points. Yeah. That's fun. That's fun. I like it. I like that it's close. I'm not sure the players are like it's competitive or whatever, but man, this music video was too cool. Hey, where's the cap of this? All right, sorry guys, I actually forgot my cap downstairs. Be right back. All right, we back.
2회차에 본선으로 직행할 수 있는 시드권이 주어집니다.
All right, let's watch the second and last game.
선택하는 것도 중요하고요. 이제는
KR server can't make Yomi 3-star because it's a Z deck.
베테랑 중에 베테랑들이 우승 경쟁에 합류했습니다.
What do you mean?
돌풍이 한번 멈춘 상태입니다.
그렇습니다. 포드보이 이제는 끝내겠다는 생각인가요? 포드를 입고 나타났습니다.
그렇습니다. 과연 이번에 끝낼 수 있을지 준비 끝났습니다.
I think I get what you mean. You're saying Zed's contested.
시작하겠습니다. 과연 저 후드가 머리를 지키겠다는 퍼포먼스인지 아니면 빠르게 밀 생각인지 좀 여러 가지 중의적인 표현을 갖고 있는 후드였고요. 보물 무기고로 시작입니다.
Why is that dude wearing a mask at home?
생각보다 좀 느리.
I think in Korean culture, some people, I think it's like some people don't like showing their mouths. I think that's more for like
간단하게 만들어 나갈 수 있습니다.
women or girls. Like I know that girls cover their face or like their mouths or something like that when they're like on camera.
한 게임을 더 볼 수 있게 되는 거죠.
Could be like also like general camera anxiety.
레비전 선수에게
It also could just be a fashion thing. Who knows? There could be many reasons. We just don't know.
나와주면 복제기 2개 들고 가면서 한 번에 딱 올라가서 막 1등각 보고 이런 것도 가능하거든요.
그렇죠. 일단 남이 헤드라이너로 출발이고요. 타릭도
Okay, Disco Nami with a duplicator. That makes you really want to play TF here.
이러면 잠볼 필요가 없죠.
그렇죠.
잠궈 놨었는데 풀면서
파스는 초반에 좀 많은 인기를 갖는
Playing only one Olaf to make sure he can try to get an opportunity to make 10 gold. Someone, I think Clement released a list of units that can actually solo 1-3 stage 1.
자, 그리고 이파스 선수와
I can pull it up for you guys.
선수는 본인들이
I'll link it in chat.
어,
Clement's one of the best
한번더 버티기 위해서는 본인들이 직접
TFT people to follow on Twitter.
못 하더라도 만약에 2위까지 올리게 되면
He, I can show it to you.
2회차에 시드를 받을 수
Basically, he made like a quick guide of like these minions can, like Olaf can beat 1-3, Tom Kench can, Tarek can, Vi can, etc. It's a really good thing. He's probably like the best person to follow on Twitter. Honestly, I was gonna link it in both chats.
1등을 찍는 길에 뭐 시대권을 따는 길일 수도 있긴 한데요.
That's what he was trying to do.
이거는 정한 것 같아요. 이상주의. 다시 한번 요네 쪽을 그리고 리븐 쪽을 바라볼 것 같고요.
민돌 씨도 이상주의를 일단 바라보고 있긴 해요. 갑니다.
Okay, gold tier. We got Hodge,
그때도 이상주의를
Clear Mind,
하고
Caretakers.
연운도 하나가 존재하고 있습니다.
실제로 견제도 받고 있었고요.
진강 선택이
This is the Treasure Dragon portal. Okay, thank you.
확실하게 딱 컨셉.
You know, I when I was in high school, I really wanted to learn Korean, and my parents got like kind of offended.
아닌 것 같습니다.
They're like, you would rather learn Korean before you learn Chinese.
1등을
They were like, you're not even good at Chinese, and you want to learn Korean?
체크메이트 이 조건을 갖추지 못한
I was like, what was wrong with that?
해야 다음 매치로 가니까요.
그렇죠.
그래서 뭐 V9 그리고 뭐 이게 진강체가 진짜 그동안 좀 나오지 않았었던 진강체 선택이 한 두세 개가 있었거든요.
그러네요. 진짜 큰 그림이거든요. V9 선택률은
Idealism, good for 3-cost reroll. It blew my mind to learn that East Asia views wearing sunglasses the way we view having a mask on, like a flipped social expectation.
고물상.
Oh, like East Asia thinks that it's like weird to have sunglasses on.
트루 데미지에게는 꽤
Scrappy
의미가 있는
inventions.
거네요.
Okay.
그렇죠.
Two idealisms.
아이템을 세 개다 완제템을 가지고 오니까요.
Idealism's also good for Zed.
인터뷰에서는 트로 데미지 야수.
Idealism also good for Zed.
대회에서 한 번도 꺼낸 적은 없긴 합니다.
그렇게 정리해가면서 지금은 엄청난 부를 돌리고 있습니다.
30골드 기부야.
네, 필요한 것 같아요.
I use for the people for the Swiffer conversation. I have both wet jet. I have wet jet and dry, but I use mainly wet jet at the moment. The hardwood
쪽을
floors.
바라보지 않을까.
아이템도 어울리죠.
네, 왜냐면 이게 제가 생각하기엔 디스코 1등은 진짜 힘들거든요.
It's just convenient and easy.
1등을 해야 되는 상황에서 디스코를 선택한다? 아, 그거는 쉽지 않을 것 같고요.
판다 선수는 요네를 또 들고 있습니다.
그리고 패배를 했으니까 다시 한번 이제 연패를 탈 수 있는.
네.
그리고 이자 플레이를 하기
Playing
야수는 이쪽
Evelyn into Yone
합리적인 선택이죠.
makes sense. Focus on making gold.
요네 쪽으로 많이 가는
Nothing too crazy here.
꽤 이런 시간에 리븐을 또 들고
Rich get richer
이게 되게
into
신경이
open.
쓰이는 것 같아요. 그냥 하나만 있긴 하지만
or lose streak
다른
rather.
선수들 입장에서는 계속 신경이 쓰이는 거죠.
그렇죠.
He hasn't Riven,
쓰려고 하니까요.
so he's probably thinking about holding the Riven just in case it kills a unit, and also he can play into Riven 3. With a rod, probably unlikely.
뭐 신경 많이 쓰이거든요.
그러니까요.
Riven's a comp where you almost want 0 rods.
여러 가지 생각이 들만한
I can't even think of a rod item that you're happy with.
이성주의
I'd rather have red buff than Morello for anti-heal, and Crown Guard is like, I mean, it's fine, but then you have to use items that aren't on your important units.
정동글 선수가 세트 들고 간게
At least with Viego, you could
이건가요?
Sorry, not with Viego, with Yone.
나는 틀리지 않았다.
네. 4번
I mean, Yone doesn't really want rods either, but Riven's very item specific.
그리고 인식이 확 바뀌었어요.
So it just feels like rods are actively taking away from like your bis.
근데 계속 하고 있으니까 뭔가 양보해야
Yeah, Crown Guard is like the best item you can make with rod a lot of times in this situation. You're not like super excited for it because it's a good item on Mord, but there's like an item economy issue, which is like every rod you get, that means you have to use another component to complete something, and that's one fewer component that you get to make Riven bis.
그런 대학 구성이 제자 입고 아니겠습니까?
And you think about the timing of when you get your items, you're expected to get about 5 to 6 components at the end of stage 2. And if you have a rod, that means it feels like you have to use that rod. Either it's going to stay on your bench and die, or you have to use that rod for something else. So you're basically only playing with 4 components for like Riven or Yone or something like that. Rabdods is decent on Caitlyn to kill rods. He did buff the ratio, huh? Or not the ratio, but the AP stuff on Caitlyn. Wasn't the ratio? In before ratio this, pants grab. How important is Riven bis compared to playing Yone bis? I would say Riven bis is much more important. I think Quicksilver is like... Okay, all I'm gonna say is we've had 3 games where nobody had Riven bis, and we had 3 games of Riven going 8th. I'm just gonna say that. Riven legit today has averaged an 8.0. And I can't help but feel like I'm drawing a common denominator between everyone's... Okay, I do know some people have like bad spots for it. But at the same time, like people going IE Hodge Quicksilver does not seem like very good.
아직 9위프라서 70골드의 이자까지는 받아야 되는데.
그러니까 긍정적으로 보면 골드를 많이 모았다인 거지만 사실 지금은 쳐내려면 쳐낼 기물 둘이 있었어요.
연패를 좀 더 유지하지 못했습니다. 반면에 정동글이 연패를 계속해서
Yeah, this is what you often do with Rod that these days. Morello is just a really overstated item in general, so it's just good to make. Like, again, I don't want to make it sound like you're never supposed to slam Morello. I'm just saying like you're just not happy to see rods. All good. And you get buried treasures, so you're good to go. This is part of the advantage of like all those item item augments.
이번 매치도 초반에 상당히 강하게 달리고 있습니다.
Nothing wrong with IE Hodge. I mean, it is like fine in theory, but I will say that I think it's significantly weaker than Bloodthirster.
팀은 여전히 트루 데미지로 경기를 풀어 나가고 있는 중이고요.
연승도 잘 이어가고 있고.
네. 시너지도 잘 보고 있습니다.
One of the nice things about Hodge is it gives you some flat stats, and Riven doesn't need it.
로시 선수는 아예 패배를 할 생각이네요.
If you have idealism, though, that does change. Idealism is nice.
어떤 전략을 갈지 많이 궁금하긴 합니다.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
But I think Bloodthirster is a lot better than Hodge. Slot, thank you for the prime.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
59까지 체력이 떨어졌습니다.
And King Henry North. Welcome. I'm about to do another round of sub coaching. Sub coaching giveaway. As well as the usual stuff. Make sure you guys join us in our sub chat on Discord. And subs get to look at my VODs. If you want to see my VODs, I put them up on YouTube as well. And I split them up, actually. So, like, my editor today wants to split up, like, the patch rundown versus things like watching Korea finals versus watching other stuff. You can watch my VODs on YouTube. That way VODs stay around forever and we get to organize them instead of just like one like 11-hour block and you sift through like, you know, a bunch of files, stuff like that. And then someone asked me the other day, like, why don't you just keep it under your main channel on YouTube? But the problem is that there's searchability and discoverability problems with algorithm stuff on YouTube. And every big YouTube person that I follow, like Doug, Ludwig, etc., they all say like just the same thing. Just start your own VOD channel. Okay. It's just a YouTube game. That's what it is. I don't know why that is. It almost feels like YouTube doesn't want people to find people's streams. The more I learn about YouTube streaming, the more I understand why some people are just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay at Twitch. Like it just feels like they almost intentionally hide stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. Why is Bobe not there? Because he missed out on tiebreakers. He got 9th. This is top 8, and he got 9th place. He tied for 8th and had worse tiebreakers because someone had he didn't have any first places. I think he went to the second tiebreaker and it went to first places.
이번에도 마찬가지예요.
7레벨 됐고요.
This guy has last stand too. Wait, how many people took last stand?
빠르게 완성시키느냐가 관건이겠습니다.
여기서 체력을 적당히 유지를 해주면서 나중에
Wait a second.
또 바꿔줘야 되기 때문에. 근데 일단 중요한 건
Dude, the thing about last stand is you all can't win out. Someone's gonna go 8th. You all go to 1 HP. You can't. There's no way all 3 of you have perfect matchmaking to go 1, 2, 3. The more people take last stand, the higher chance that the last stand player goes 8th. It's usually it's usually the player that hits who's just a little bit poor because they're not able to hit.
조합을 꺼내 들 때가 중요할 것 같습니다.
네, 매치를 한 번 더 끌고 가기 위해서는 두 선수가 1등을 차지해야 되는데 지금까지는 그 정도의 좀 파괴력을 보여줄 만한 근거는 없어 보이고요.
Mentioned sub coaching had to come from YouTube to Twitch. I mean, don't worry, man. I do.
약간 좀 레이트 하트 스틸
I give out a lot of good content on YouTube as well.
지금 하트 스틸이긴 합니다만
But I also don't really. Oh, he's rolling here.
나왔어요.
Within.
리븐입니다.
예, 6장.
He's gonna go for it again.
그리고 2단화 쪽이에요.
Quicksilver.
V4를 통해서
Oh,
진짜 많이 불리는데
no healing on Riven.
자, 생각보다 좀 늦게 나온 것 같죠?
That's risky. No healing augments either. It's good. It's gonna be fine for now, but like late game, that might be a really big issue.
슬슬 이제 조합을 완성시켜 나가는
So I still get DMs asking and emails about people asking about coaching.
굉장히 잘 되고 있고요.
It's just that coaching is pretty time consuming, and time is like the hardest thing for me to sort out. But I do a thing which is sub coaching giveaways, and it's like I give out like 4 hours of coaching,
네,
something like that, like 3 to 4, and I do it every month. So like I try to factor that in, and like time's just very limited. I might do more coaching when the baby comes, because I'll be streaming less, obviously, when the baby comes. I hope you guys aren't, one, you're going to forget me, but two, get mad at me for not streaming very often during my when the baby comes in a few months.
리븐은 나왔고
예.
But I'll probably do more coaching. We win here. I mean, it's kind of annoying because he's on a 4-loss streak, and he wanted to streak 1 more round, but it's fine.
지고 있는 단계이기 때문에요.
그리고 윈돌씨
Swaddle streams.
골드 상황이
You guys want to stream? You want to stream of me swallowing the baby? I'm pretty sure I don't want my baby to be subjected to Twitch chat, because then I have to listen to Milk call my baby ugly.
하지만 그래도 연승
You guys know?
선수가 중간에 이제
Did you guys hear about the time where Bryce was like AFK because his wife had twins?
좋았던 게 진짜
Not he already had he has a 3-year-old toddler or 2-year-old toddler.
키와 함께요.
She's turning 3, and his wife had twins, so he had 3 kids under 3, which, as you ask any parent, is utter chaos. So Bryce is like mega sleep deprived. Every waking hour and free moment he has, he's like watching TFT trying to consume it, and he still hit Challenger, which is very impressive, by the way.
돈이 많죠.
And so Bryce is like not really chatting up in Discord server with me, Soju, Milk, Key, and Preston, etc. Milk's like, "Where's Bryce? Did he die?" And he was like, "No, I'm just like busy with my newborns."
자, 일단
And then the other people are there like, "Oh, do you have pictures of your newborns? Like you and your newborns?" Then Bryce sends a selfie of him and the twins. And Milk just straight up be like, "Oh," he just calls his baby ugly. Like, "Oh, you're AFK, but yeah, I think babies are pretty ugly."
그래서 모두가 먼저 정리가
And it's just like, what are you doing, man? Like that's like the first thing that you say after looking at those pictures. Like even if that's what you think, you don't say it to the parent, man.
그립을 타고 있습니다.
네, 민돌 씨는 최후의 정이 있고 또 복제기가 하나 있어서 힘을 좀더 실을 수 있겠고요.
1, 2, 3 last stand players.
정동글이 꽤 고민을 길게 하네요. 자, 지금 당장은 연승 중인 상황에서 좀 더 이어갈 수 있을지.
You see the change that right? I did not. I heard that there were layoffs, but that was happening in the middle of my stream, and
중강들을 지금 돌렸던 상황에
네.
전투 중강
It's I should probably you know what, maybe I should look through it. I don't feel like I should ignore the news, but it's just something that hasn't come up because I'm kind of time pressured today in some ways. I want to finish this and do some Super Server VOD review. So I was worried because I can't actually stream to my normal time. But I hope that nobody from TFT got affected. Dude, what if like Mortdog got laid off? There's no way. I'm pretty sure people will be spamming my chat. Did you guys see Mortdog got laid off? Nah, I'm pretty sure if Mortdog got laid off, I'm pretty sure there'd be a collective like
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
골든 없고요.
이게 이 악몽이 어디까지 이어질지.
지금 리븐 상성을 도전했다가 피눈물을
여기도
선수들이 꽤 있었는데
little buddies live for danger. Teaming up edge of night? No, not today. This guy's stuck on 8 Yones. It's okay though. You just need 1 life. Hey, thank you for the 2 months. Oh, I love 2 months. Thanks for coming back. It mainly seems like Legends of Runeterra and Riot Forge. Yeah.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Wait, Riot Forge?
Thanks for the great informative and fun streams.
I thought Riot Forge was like something that people like. I thought it was like a publication. I thought it wasn't like an actual studio. Like I thought Riot Forge was like people made games and then applied to be part of Riot Forge, and then Riot Forge would like, I guess like publish it. That makes sense. Kind of like what Activision did. Am I misunderstanding? Either way, that sucks. That really sucks. Brendan, thank you for the 3 months as well, and you're welcome. I'm glad that you guys were having fun. Glad that you guys learned like a thing or two. They don't consider Legend of Runeterra a core live game despite lore carrying League lore for years. That's a shame. I do find it somewhat funny. Oh, nice. We finally hit. I do find it kind of funny that Legend of Runeterra is like pushing the League of Legends lore, but Yone 3 and Riven 3 on the same turn. Does he lock for this? Okay, sells. I think it's wise. Even losing 1 round here or preserving 1 life of HP is really important. Because you have to remember, there are 3 last stand players. Not 1, not 2. There are 3 last stand players. So if you are saying, I'll give up an HP, like 1 round, 1 life, that's a really big deal with how many number of people there are trying to pressure from last stand. You got to be really careful about that. Viego too. Thoughts on Slam Titans on Viego instead of Yone? It's pretty mid on Viego. I personally prefer it on Yone because he scales the AP well. The AP scaling on a lot of times, if you're wondering like how good is Titans on a melee fighter, a lot of times the answer, especially for a carry, a lot of times the answer is how well do they use things like AP and some of the other stats. And so Viego, I believe, increases duration of his damage amp, which is not a bad thing, but it's not inherently as useful as you would hope it would be, right? Like not like a straight up raw damage increase in the moment. Oh, Treasure Dragon. So you're looking for a 3rd item for Yone here? No. You have to roll. He has 4 gold. No, roll. Really? Runins? Oh, he's a remover. Oh. Okay, never mind. And Morello, so he's anti-heal. Okay, I can see it. Not bad. That's a good pick. Good pick. But like, Runins is like... Runins is pretty good on Zed. Viego's more about the casts, but he does auto a lot with Edgelord and Pentakill attack speed.
일단 조합의 그 이성 작업을 보면 제드 뽀삐 이쪽에 힘준 거 외에는 없거든요.
What was Riot Forge? It's like their indie publication like stuff. Like if you guys saw like the Silas game where it's kind of like Silas their version of Hades, but with Silas as the character protagonist. They have like the Nunu adventure game. it's a lot of like indie kind of style of stuff, and they wanted to publish it to like really further character development of like, okay, imagine if like this character had their own game, right? Imagine if you had like, you know, a roguelike game featuring, you know, Echo and doing like a cool like time skip thing. Like that's like Riot Forge is like that. I feel like a lot of people are very critical of TFT's monetization model, but I'm willing to bet they are very profitable and that fuels them to continue innovating the game. Sad that they don't have Slack to take chances on less profitable projects. That's pretty much like almost word for word like my take on it. Like you guys like meme the prestige Yasuo skins or like whatever, but like Chibi sell and TFT needs to make money and it could be worse. Like imagine they had to lay off people, and I think people like the meme in Soju's channel is like 0.0000000 something like that to show like it's $1 billion company. Like that's how many zeros they have in their bank account. But like at the same time, it's not like it costs zero to run the company. They apparently have thousands upon thousands of employees that cost like millions upon millions. And so like you gotta somehow make sure that that things are sustainable and the lights stay on. And it's not even like Riot's like a publicly traded company either, as far as I know. If they had to answer the shareholders, it could be like way worse, I think. If you need any references, see any gaming company that's went public. Tencent owns Riot, yeah, I guess so, but there's a degree of separation there. That's like I guess you could like buy Tencent stocks to try to like invest in Riot, so to speak, but that's I mean that there's a lot more going on at Tencent than Riot. 3 Infinity Edges. Oh my god, 2 people proc their last stand. Look at the HP. 7-4-3-1-1. If this game isn't a clencher, then I don't know what is. This game is a clencher. Your placement range swings by 5. Levision, big time chilling. 41 HP is like, all right, I got this. You all kill each other and I'll be waiting at top 4. And like going back to the multiple lives thing, this is why Bintam and Dongle having extra lives is so big. 3 HP, no last stand. Okay, here's last stand number 1. Oh, Hoodboy's not at last stand. He's at 4 HP. Ezreal Zed. Oh, no Edge of Night on Zed is he just gets bursted down way too fast. Oh, last stand? Are either last stands playing? Last stand? Oh, one of the last stand players lost. Okay, I'll do. At one point, I thought Empath won, and that would mean that it'd be 1-1-1-3-7. Or Disco, Riven. TFT monetization is purely cosmetic, so as long as it's purely cosmetic, they're upfront with the odds and mechanics. I don't care how expensive the skins are. Agreed. It's really not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. Profitability matters. That is what Slaughter's saying. Oh my god, wow. Levision stood up. He stood up. 3 people died. Hoodboy scams the top 4. Oh my god. Oh my god. He beat the last stand player. And also there's a Kali. Oh man. Crazy. Crazy. Wow, Panda went 5th with that Yone board.
펜타가 지금 디스코 펜타 그리고 제자 입보 덱이거든요.
그렇죠. 그래서 이게 이 펜타킬 같은 경우에도 앞라인이 단단한 건 아니란 말이에요. 그래서 카사스가 금방 썰릴 수 있겠습니다만 그럴 수 있는 친구들이 더 없어졌어요. 이거
That is crazy, man. That was 3 people died.
이 5번째는 낭만이 있습니다. 왜냐 리롤이 다 죽었어요. 그리고 그동안에 계속 고통받았던 펜타킬, 디스코.
Okay, here's the funny thing. I'm pretty sure Hoodboy's board is not that good either.
가능성이 없는 얘기가 아니죠.
Wait,
투패가 지금
never mind. I misunderstood. I thought he was a different board.
이게 더블 직스에게 아이템들이 전부 들어가 있는 상황에서 앞라인 템도 아주 든든하니 입장에서는 과연 무서울 게 있을까?
His board is very good.
많아요.
Okay, never mind. But I was gonna say that Hood Boy, if his board's not strong, then that means 3 last stand players, none of them do well.
예.
The best player places 4th. That'd be really funny.
확실히 지금 단계에서는 후드보이 선수가
Guy's a T1 emote, by the way.
터진 상태죠.
예, 제도 터졌고.
Oh, what was that Zed? What is that Zed doing?
시간이 꽤 지난
Wait a second. Zed v Zed is actually crazy. What's going on?
상태입니다.
이게 이질서
Holy cow, this is crazy.
있는 이지가
But he died.
야, 후드보이도 여기까지입니다.
What was that? That was Faker versus Ryu. My god. Okay, we have to watch that again
확실히 지금
in real time at 1.0.
단계에서는
Okay, so we have Last Stand Zed versus Last Stand Zed, and the shadows
후드보이 선수가 나쁘지 않거든요.
get summoned here. So he tries to dash. He's trying to catch the Zed. Oh, he's trying to catch the Zac, actually. The Zac is bouncing around. So Zac, like, does this weird dash thing.
네.
And then his Zed dashes to the other Zed, but then the Zed dashes to the back line, and then he dashes back over to the other Zac. And he's sampling the Zac, and he's bouncing all over the place.
블루가 있는 이지가
Wait a second. He sampled Zac?
야, 후드보이도 여기까지입니다.
Oh, that's a little bit weird, actually.
있는 상태고요.
결국에는 정동글
Yeah, that was a wild fight.
이렇게
Holy moly.
선수의 싸움으로 좁혀지겠네요. 뭐 레비전 선수가 1등하게 되면은 6번째 매치로 넘어가게 되겠고요.
네. 그리고 만약에 다음 매치로 넘어갔는데 인파스가 1등하면 7번째 매치까지 갑니다. ATS
It's Faker versus Riot. Yeah, nice.
지금 저이 더블 직스를 봤을 때는 와 다음 경기 또 간다.
여기가
Two Zigs too.
진짜 여기가 중요한 것 같아요. 만약에 여기서 레비전이 승리를 한다면
Man, now I want this Ezra Zed to go all the way.
네.
이게
자,
직스를
Let's go,
당구. 봐야 될 것 같습니다.
그렇습니다. 제드가 얼마나 빠르게 접근할 수 있느냐가 관건인데.
제드가 정리했어요.
Oh, Zig's too strong. Zig's too strong. Bintum wins. Bintum needs like a first. Bintum needs a first.
이즈가 무빙이가 뭐가 없습니다.
네.
And cash outs?
죽어나가고 있어요.
야, 그래도 지금 아이템이 또 2개가 등장을 하게 되면서
Another Hodge.
그리고 지금 직스 통제하는 상황이 오히려
Did you reforge anything?
맞습니다.
이게 1라운드라도 찾아서 이성을 찍는 게 필요하지 않을까?
Probably not. I might just Hodge like
밸류를 높이는 게 중요해 보이는데요.
MF. You could reforge like maybe like
빈틈을 만나니까
one of these
네,
components.
보겠다는 거예요. 여기서는 내가
Slam
생각하고
unlike the third item
마지막에
on Zac or
직스
something like that.
막아보겠다.
Also, our Zed's positioned in a really weird spot. He walked all the way. He walked 3 hexes. He started off far right and he had to walk 3 hexes.
상황을 뒤집었던 전력이 있었던 정동글인데.
예?
위험해요.
라칼리가
자, 이거
쪽으로
Zed
안 되고는 넷 남으면 안 돼요.
loses again. This is a third?
여전히
Wow.
무너집니다.
Wait, Bintum.
예.
Bintum's gonna do the 8-1-8s.
정동글
I forgot 7-1.
피바락인가요?
He went 7th last game.
레비전.
대천선?
대천사 쪽.
Went for
직스
bow
쪽에
on a
하나가 비어 있었거든요.
Arthas.
아,
What is that for?
틈에 펜타킬로
오,
이걸
한
풀어낼
장!
수 있을지.
Oh, he locked the cards in his shop.
다 팔고 다 팔아서 어차피
Oh my god.
에 낭만이 있습니다.
Wow.
자, 빼주면서 일단 아이템 구성. 이거 잠깐
Oh my god, he locked the headliner Karthus
피바라기에 대천사
and then picked the Karthus off the carousel, and there's no way for his opponent to play around that.
애기가 됐어요.
5-head.
네, 어쨌든 삼성입니다.
Man.
자, 이걸 이 카사스가 모든 걸 지워버릴 수 있을지.
근데 이거 카사스 데미지가
와요.
하늘에.
This dude is truly first rate. His game scores so far are 8. Wait. No way he loses it. He lost anyways!
그러면 다음 매치까지 갑니다.
Oh my god. No way.
결국에 디스코인
Oh man, I can't believe that. Dude, Karthus 3 lost anyways.
데뷔전이 투표를 버리고 직스에
I guess that's why they're reworking him, right?
여러 가지를 이번 매치에서 보여준 것 같아요.
그러니까요. 아니
Man, I gotta say, these finals have been actually delivering. These finals have actually been kind of fun. Look at this guy. This guy can't believe it.
원폭탄을 만들었어요.
어떤 경우에 처음부터 잘 풀리는 것이 유리합니다. 9레벨을 찍고 여유 있는 골드를 갖고 있기 때문에. 그러니까 티어로 따졌을 때는 트페가 펜타킬보다는 조금 더 위에 있다라고 봐도 무방하거든요.
From the triple last stand into the faker Ryu matchup to the Cardus 3, that game was a banger. Man. They rework probably loses even faster. We'll know though, because he guarantees the crit. And so the first time you cast, you guarantee crit. You never know. Could have been nuts. It could have been nuts. But you're not wrong. His items were not optimal. Yeah. Go ahead and look at the standings going to the final game. So we have... Hold on. Do you guys see this? Oh my god. 26, 26, 26, 26, 25, 25, 23. Dude, look at these point totals. It doesn't get closer than this. My god. First to 6 is separated by a single point. I'm just gonna go ahead and screenshot this. Because this is so dramatic. If you guys are just tuning in, the point system is first place gets 10, second place gets 8. Unreal. Okay, except for Inpath. This guy, like, it's even then, it's not even like he can't win. It's not even like he can't win. If he gets first, he gets 28 points, and it's possible. Like, oh, actually, no, it's not. It was not. It's too close otherwise, because this gets 8, 7, 6. Yeah, so this gets 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't win. Never mind. Sorry, I was thinking about usually it's not that close. Oh, is it everyone but Impact?
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Crazy. Crazy. Hey Taz, thank you for the prime. If he didn't go 8th that game, he had a chance. I know. Also, I love that everyone has a webcam. Can you please make that standard? Dude, these guys are stressed. Anybody can win except Inpath. Anybody can win. I watched too much of you not to be so. Oh, thank you, man. All right, here we go. Here's a Tanner take. Hot take. These executioner unit spells are just bad design. The executioner trait has to be broken to make units work. Otherwise, the whole lines are just weak. As for Cardus, the spell damage is half determined by his current auto attack target health. Yeah, that's a really clunky thing for sure. Also, in general, I've never really been a big fan of like the executioner trait in general. Executioners were also a thing in other sets, very similar, where like when they were strong, they were way too strong. Crit in general is so hard to balance in TFT. The damage numbers just gets way too high. Water check. I'm good. I'm good. I brought an entire bottle. An EU webcam is mandatory. Is it not an NA? No, it is not. It is. Sag. Gem. Oh my god, 5 Yasuos? This guy started with the Yasuo and then Yasuo headliner and shop. Oh, this is 3 champions. It's 3 champions. Wait, no, it's not. They have an item anvil. He dropped Yasuo's then. Is this land? No, it's online. Artifact anvil? Okay, cool. Actually, no, it's not. It's a different anvil. This looks, it is glowing. Is this support item or something like that? I think people aren't taking cut above enough, but lucky streak is really good. Gamma's Blade for the AP stars. A lot of AD units actually really love Deathblade right now. One of the best items on Zed data-wise is Deathblade. Oh, gem. Amazing. Oh, ZZ Rot.
Oh my god. And he's carrying Lilia?
판단이 좋았던 것 같아요.
Alright, well,
시간을 오랫동안 벌어주면서 최대한 골드를 뚫어내.
yeah. Okay, well, maybe it pops off. But I feel like putting it on the Lilia doesn't really yield good results.
이 두바풍이 이게 공속
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know why this guy can't win the tournament. I think he has some cute ideas, but I don't think he has it today. No worries. Learning, he got to the top 8 and that's good enough.
진짜 그야말로 쌍둥이 공포인데요. 든든합니다.
감시자 듀오죠.
That was not a very good setup.
일단 사미라가 항상 좀 이런 시간에
But hey, make it to the final lobby. That's still nice. That's his first big accomplishment, right? Impact was a player who had no. They showed his player profile. He had no notable results. So this is a notable result.
그냥 풀 연승을 가겠다라는 거죠.
Top 8.
자, 중동부는 아예 오픈이고요. 웃으면서 맞을 거예요. 그렇죠.
What doesn't kill you? Open fort. A true open fort.
이번 매치
I will say one thing about the this past patch, 14.1, is that it removed full open, like actual full open, not like loose streak, but full open. And that was
예상하는 거는 거의
maybe you guys have forgotten because a lot of people were saying this past patch was like awful, but the full open dynamics of the patch was also not very fun. If you guys can remember from like 3 weeks ago.
조금 평온합니다.
Like this kind of playstyle being optimal was like so boring,
필드 이자를 보는 것도 중요하지만 딱 필드를 보니까 이 정도의
in my opinion. I don't know if you guys disagree with me.
하트 스틸을 챙기는 모습을 지금 또 보여주는 거거든요.
예.
왜냐면 공동수대로 넘어갔을 때
Puts 3 items on Lilia. This guy is garbage. I'm not talking. Look, there's actually not really anything wrong with itemizing Lilia, but like the way he set that up was not very good. Lucky Streak is barely going to get any value, and he also picks Zizurot to try to win streak. Like the whole point of taking Zizurot is to win streak stage 2 because it's an early game support item. It's not very good in the late game, except in very niche scenarios, because your front line gets crowded, and also it doesn't have as much power levels as other things. And he skipped a gold generating support item. It's the only gold generating supporting item in the game because you get and gold is so valuable right now. And gold is so valuable because of the streaks being like nerfed, so your economy is bad. And also it scales really well into the late game because it gives you percentage damage, so you can build around it.
1등만 큰 채요. 여기서 다 조건을 갖춰놓은 상황이라
이거는 뭐 어깨가 빠진다 하더라도
I don't know. There's just like, and then also early game fights last forever, so you're likely to actually proc it pretty often. And he had 2-star frontline, so he could have actually like stalled it. I don't know. There's like a lot of different things wrong with that play, in my opinion, that just made me not like it.
야소도 좀 잘 모아두고 있고.
예.
It's also bugged right now. Wait, what's bugged about it? Oh, because it doesn't taunt.
중동부도
Right.
계속 일단 예상하고 있고요. 자, 빈틈이
Yeah.
선수가 언제쯤 완성될지도 중요하겠습니다.
네. 연패를 같이 보고 있는 선수들끼리 언제 만나느냐가 진짜 중요하긴 하죠. 어떻게든 하나라도.
Okay, so this guy, I mean, he's playing What Doesn't Kill You with Zeke's. Zeke's is pretty good with the melee setups because you kind of line them up in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The awkward thing about Zeke's is that it almost feels like you have to frontline position sometimes, like your Yone. And I know that Pokegon was on the podcast and he was talking about how like too many people frontline their Yone and they don't know what they're doing.
가닥도 충분히 잡히는 상황이
Especially in this meta where there's like Namis and stuff that exists.
있죠.
네.
If you always frontline your Yone no matter what, Pokegon thinks you don't understand Yone very well.
둘이 이제 연승을
Now I know that not everyone always frontlines it all the time. But I also don't think it's never frontlining Yone either. It kind of just becomes situational, I think.
지금 35골드. 확실히 좀 가는 방향이 많이 다르죠. 정도들과. 50골드.
Okay. I mean, he's trying to kill 1 unit. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna grief him. Rod. He went Rod. Interesting. I think the component he picked up on Kerza was Rod.
연패 전략을 굉장히 많이 보여주고 있습니다.
Zeke's. I mean, is there any like 4-cost comp that really likes Zeke's a lot? I guess like Ezreal Kate type of stuff, like 80 flex.
상이 가요. 네.
You want range though, because or you want either all range or all melee because you want them to sync. You don't want the melee unit to have to start in the back.
네.
네, 아 위쪽에 아이디가 있길래.
후드부 예승리.
Oh, his glove. Okay. I thought he had a rod. Oh, maybe he got the rod off of
웬만해서는 두 선수 모두
the loose streak augment. What doesn't kill you? That's probably what he got it off of. I just remember he didn't have a rod, so I think he got it off of the component, the free component.
할것 같습니다. 아이템을 미리 뭐 만든 것도 있지만 구성 자체가 네, 그대로 티팩에 이식해줄 수 있거든요.
Don't you want a frontline if enemy doesn't have high single target damage that we can stack up mana and Titan? Yes, yeah. So that is part of what it is. You have BT, you have Titans, things like that. You can have Yone take some damage so he can cast more often and ramp up. You're not wrong. It's just that like some people are also not thinking that deep because they're also positioning him into Namis and if someone's playing an Ari, for example. 8 Yasuos rolling. How deep does he go? Nice. Ah, Thieves Gloves. Thieves Gloves on this Yone and then replaces the not the Yone, the Yasuo. Puts the Yasuo on bench that has the Thieves Gloves, and he puts an item onto this Yasuo so he pops off, and any unit with Thieves Gloves on the bench takes second priority over whatever items. Good sequencing, good sequencing. And that way, he also gets value off of Sleight of Hand, so that way he can get tempo off this item and feel like he can put it on a Yasuo too to get stacks early. It's very nicely done, very clean. Okay, so I know that... Okay, so speaking of, like, trashing people, like, I talked a lot of... I feel like every time I say Panda, I mention that he averaged a 6.0 at Set 9 Worlds. But I can see, like, how he qualified. He definitely has, like the good ideas and understands, like, how to do things. I really liked his Disco Opener into Yone reroll. Because I think a lot of people wouldn't take that line into Yone. They would just, like, they'd rather lose streak. And I think his setup was good. I think he went, like 5th that game or 6th or something like that. But, like, it was a good line. I think part of the reason why is because the lobby just got insanely strong, and he didn't hit very fast. But I think Panda has shown enough for me to like say that like that Worlds performance was a fluke, as opposed to like this guy's bad because he went 6.0 at 9 Worlds. Is this a new patch? No, this happened on yesterday, so we're just watching it today. The new patch comes out in 2 days, so no one's played on the new patch yet. Tomorrow night, I might play on the new patch on the OC servers. Yeah, people get their Yone like wrecked way too often. Okay, we got Healing Orbs, Blistering Strikes. Partial Ascension. Is that Tiny Titans? Kind of hard to say. It probably is. You don't really get many of those TFT symbols at 3-2 at Silver. Best Friends. 2 harm assists. Young, Wild, and Free. What if they did the opposite of Young, Wild, and Free? All 7 of your opponents move slower during Carousel. What if they just did that? Would you guys take that augment? It doesn't do anything else. all your opponents just move slower. Call it the Robin Songs augment. That sounds fun to me, actually. Who's the best player in this lobby? The best player based off of pedigree is Dangul. Dangul has been a top challenger player from set 1. When I talked to Bebe about him back in set 7 and 8, he compared him to Kermex. He said that he was like a top challenger player. He's never been like the best in Korea, but he's always been like a very solid, high ranked, always very competitive, always has a, you know, like playing solid meta stuff, like understands how to play, and probably is in contention of like one of the better players historically. And so Dangul probably comes in just as like the most seasoned player here. Bintum has made it to World Championships. Panda's made it to World Championships. Levision grinds a lot on NA and has made it high on North America server before. Those are the 3 players that are recognized. 3 players here. It's their first time making it deep, I think. And that's JJ Star, Inpath, and Hoodboy. And then Mindle is kind of a ladder player who's always been like he goes through streaks. Basically, like sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's like 1100, 1200. I compared him to like a lab member in North America if you follow NA. where like lab members like sometimes go on hot streaks on ladder, and then they make like usually like an occasional deep run in tournaments, something like that. Like around that like tier of like notoriety. Yeah, what's this Zeke's positioning? He's trying to transition. He's got a lot to do. Okay, it's funny that I'm talking up Dongul, but like he might go 8th here. Unless he's got 5 Rivens, but he has no cloak. He has 2 rods. Going into this lobby, 4 people are tied at 26 and 2 people are tied at 25. If you're just tuning in, like during this game, this is the point totals currently where they're at. 26, 26, 26, 26, 25, 25. And then this person can also win with 23. It's so close. Basically whoever gets first like wins straight up. It's almost like they're in checkmate. Almost. The only person that can't win is Inpath.
약간 좀 어느 정도 점지받은 느낌도 드네요.
정동글은 연운이 3개.
예, 이분 한 장 차였네요 그동안.
어제도 얘기했었지만
사골도 남았습니다.
이게 진짜 눈물이 될 수 있고.
Old, domesticated, and captured. Yes. Whoa, Riven 3. Okay, but these items, terrible. Blue buff. Viego for the damage amp.
아이템이 약간 조금
He can't even make Hodge. He's just straight up making like any items onto Viego. I think what he might do is get a single reforger and just rip it.
좀 더 성장하게 되면 그러니까 특패덱을 쓸 수 있는 상황까지만 간다면 버틸 수 있는 거죠.
이거 펜타킬 카서스인가요?
Good boy instantly takes Gifts of the Fallen and rolling more. Looks like he's re-rolling. Oh, is he re-rolling Lulu? No, he passed it. Oh, he's a level 8. I thought he was rolling at level 7. Remember your roots. Healing orbs. Another remember your roots. Little buddies. Bottom middle for Inpath. That's pretty good. Dongul took remember your roots. No Quicksilver Riven. Wait, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this positioning in the KDA with Aegis? Oh my god. What is going on? He's 100 streaking? Not anymore, I bet. What's the snack? It's a snack called That's It. That's it. Because that's the whole point, is that there's 1 apple and 10 cherries in this fruit bar. That's it. They mashed up a bunch of apples and cherries, and they made a fruit bar. I mean, he's good. I mean, he's great Riven items. If you can find a Quicksilver. Oh, if he can survive 1 more round. Oh, we got another Viego cast. Riven stunned. Stunned again. And stunned again. Dude. Wait, Riven went 8th. Riven went 8th again. Another 8th with Riven. That's 4 8ths out of 6 games. The only other game that Riven was played, I think it went like 5th. It literally went 8, 8, 8, 5, 8. I swear Riven's not this bad. She's not, man. She's not. I don't know how, but Riven's definitely not this bad. Sag. I'm pretty sure this cup also determines like Korea regionals, like KR regionals. I'm not sure exactly what's on the line for this cup because it's really impossible to find information about this. But I'm fairly certain that this has like regionals implications. So him going 8th here is like really, really sad.
민돌 입장에서는 일찌감치 나왔던 블리츠를 정리하는 게 좀 부담스럽죠. 앞라인에 좀
Why position Rift in the center? Probably because of disco players.
네, 그래서 블리츠 믿고 가야 될 것 같은데 이게 원래 감시자 블리츠는 별로 안 좋아하거든요.
Man, Twisted Fate is pretty cool of a carry.
생각을 한 것이 아닌가.
Just throwing out all those cards.
계속 조사하고 있을 거예요, 지금.
All the disco players are mega healthy right now. Yasuo. So we got 2 disco players and Yasuo and Levision's weird KDA positioning in the top 4 right now. Twin Terror.
보통 때 여유 있을 때는 그러니까 블리츠나 뭐 특패, 그러니까 헤드라이너를 찾은 상태에선 일성 딜러나
Okay, Levision transitioned to disco as well. So we have 3 disco players in the top 4.
불리는 경우가 있긴 해요. 근데 지금은 과도하게 겹치는 상황이.
Wait a second, where did he get this Dazzler emblem from?
다 떠 있었습니다.
Wait a second, hold on just a minute. 3 disco players, Yasuo reroll, Twin Terror reroll.
진짜 풀 연승을 하면서 골드의 여유가 상당 부분 좀 작용했었는데 지금 좀 허덕이고 있죠.
KDA,
결국에 나오기만 하면 되거든요.
KDA like Akali, I think.
그리고 특패에게 또 잘 어울리는 증강 중에 하나가 초월이죠. 구성은 진짜 괜찮거든요.
I don't feel like Panda's really far ahead. I feel like Panda just top 4s at best. Bintum's about to die. But he has a lot of gold. Makes Poppy too. Okay, he's going for the 4 emo variant. His cap is really high. Really, really high. If he hits Vex 3 and Pantheon 3, he gets anti-heal, which is huge. He can make Morello. He's been lacking anti-heal, looks like. Vex, Mumu, something. Okay, hitting every shop. Mumu 3 and Vex 3 and
덱스 또 트위치도 한 장 남았고요.
나오지 않습니다.
메인 딜러이기 때문에
자, 일단 앞라인 쪽은 완성이 됐는데 여기까지입니다.
reforges.
덱스도 나쁘지 않죠.
Morello, you have no anti-heal.
선수를 만났어요. 트루뎀을 가고 있었던 야스오 삼성이 되게
Yasuo 3 stops in his tracks.
상공은 어찌됐든
I kind of want Bintum to do well.
되면 7레벨 단계에서
Sorry, Panda.
가능성이 없는 게 아니라서
그렇죠.
Bintum played in our box boot camp, and so he kind of represents North America in some ways. Like he got NA training. He got NA training, so it's like he can't. We need him to do well because like yeah, of course he did well because he
이게 쌍공이 정말 무서운 게
he trained on NA.
와, 뭐야? 오코 이성, 뭐 일라오 이성 만든 적 있잖아. 한 방에 찍어요 그냥.
Why is Riven going 8 that often? I think it's a combination of people playing Riven from spots that aren't very good for Riven, and also bad itemization in some games. The games where I feel like no one had the stars line for Riven, and even then it's like saying stars align is like a really it's like it's not actually very reflective of the comp. You can actually like get Riven online very consistently. It's just that like I don't know. I think people are just not playing it from good spots.
아무미 형제가 지금 남아 있단 말이에요.
개체수를 또 추가할 수도 있는 가능성이 있기 때문에요.
Is set 5 3.5 coming this patch or is it only PBs? This patch.
승리했습니다. 좀 힘겨운 모습이 계속 있었죠.
그리고 민돌씨 선수는
네.
9레벨을 찍을 수 있는 골드킵을 진짜 잘했네요. 이게 중간에 특패를 찾기 위해서 골드를 태웠어요.
Okay.
지금 이렇게 안 됐을 상황이었거든요.
예.
지금 특패 두 명이 너무 괴로워하고 있습니다.
All these disco players are giga clumping. Isn't that good for Bintum?
어느새 정스타 선수도 41까지 체력이 점점 떨어지고 있습니다.
Yasuo.
이 결국 야수가 붙어.
I mean, he has good Yasuo items.
야수가
No, he's getting trolled. Oh my god! Wait.
여기서 뒤쪽에 딜러 라인들이
Oh, Bintum keeps disconnecting.
일단 퍼즐
The top left.
걸린 것 같습니다.
That's not good.
번째 매치 현재 정동글만 아웃된 채로 7명의
Oh, that's not good. Hope everything works out okay.
어떤 상황인지는 잠시 뒤에 다시 말씀을 좀 드리겠고요. 지금까지 직전 매치에서까지 좋은 모습을 보여줬던 디스코가 이제는 경쟁자가 너무나 많이 생긴 시점이었습니다.
맞습니다. 디스코가 3명이에요.
What do you think of EDM Lux Bruisers?
그리고 특히나 2명은 아직도 특패가
Terrible. No one ever plays it.
지금 특가
인터넷입니다. 자, 선수 인터넷 이슈였고요. 바로 해결이 됐습니다. 바로 경기를 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그래서 지금
If you don't know, I released a video on EDM Lux Bruisers actually. I'm just joking.
이성 작업이 되지 않았기 때문에 확실한 승부를 낼 수 없어요.
I actually just did a YouTube video today. I released it today
패가 없어요.
about Lux EDM.
빈팀 입장에서는 도장이 지금 너무 달콤하거든요.
Man, if the 8-bit Riven lived this long, Dongle would hit it and actually win the game. That's just so sad.
들어가죠. 도장이가.
네.
That's actually so sad.
뭔가 습득을 합니다. 예.
초반에 체력 관리를 잘 해놨던 게 득이 돼야 되는데 지금은
그리고
Whoa, that's a Kiana too. I didn't even realize.
키아나가 이성이 됐습니다.
여긴 요리기성.
정사드 특패 이성.
I'm down for Levision to also win.
그리고 9레벨을 찍은
이거-
Because Levision ladders on NA.
땅을 들고 있으면
So we have 2 NA reps, so to speak.
와, 한 장 들고 있었어요. 9장 팔렸어요. 9장.
Good boy.
자, 그리고 민돌 씨를 만난 후드보이 선수입니다.
6 KDA, 4 Spellweaver.
자, 이러면 지금 매물이 없죠.
It's really good until like the melee matchups.
9레벨을 달성한 민돌 씨 선수.
결국에는 투패가 일성이
It depends on how fast you can crack the front line.
훌륭한 싸움을 만들어냈어요.
Nice. This is actually all the 1-stars.
일성이면 이길 수 있었던 싸움이었을 텐데
Okay, Hood Boy. Okay, Bentham.
치는 걸 극복하기가 어려울 수도 있습니다.
Sona too. He should actually, because they're not rolling.
아, 체력 관리가 안 돼서 그러니까 특패에선 1등이었지만 실제 체력
Having 10% attack speed on your Gambler's Blade is a big deal for Sona with Shojin. So it's a pretty big deal actually.
쓰러지기만을 노리는 특패들이 두 명이나 있어요. 그렇죠.
I think you should also sell these to make 10% attack speed. If you had 20% attack speed, that's a really significant buff on Sona for the Gambler's Blade.
말도 안 되는 그 시나리오라는 생각이 들거든요.
최후의 승자가 될 수 있는 가능성이 있긴 하거든요.
자, 미러전인데 상대
Also, I think
네.
he could consider damage Sona here, AP Sona instead of attack speed, but I mean he wins very convincingly.
미더시 체력이
위기예요.
You prefer Shojin or Adaptive? I think the stats say Adaptive is better, but Shojin feels better to me because of the way you can build into it through early game. Like I feel like the item holders make Shojin easier.
인파스가 빈틈에 불타고 있는 게 인파스는 요리 이성을 바탕으로 지금 쭉쭉 치고 올라왔다면 빈틈은
Usually the rule is you want to play attack speed on Sona for Sona 1, and you want to pick the AP damage on Sona 2, especially if you have 3 items on her.
시너지를 더 맞춰서 나갈 수 있을지.
But it varies. Sona 2 attack speed is still really good.
쌍공의 그 빈틈.
네.
좀 인파스를
I have to look at his board a little bit closer.
쌍공도 무적은 아닙니다.
Bintum shrieking. Bintum might win the game.
7펜타를 만들 수 있는
Dude, Empath might win as well. Imagine Empath, who can't win the tournament,
직스 이성.
일성 특패 진짜 지금은 맛있게
wins the game.
본단의 방패 받고
예.
백금 넣어주고
아, 펜타킬이에요.
Or actually, can he win the game? Or win the tournament?
아,
요리
이게
건재해서
믿을 거는 직스인데요. 직스도 무너집니다.
It depends if it's checkmate or not.
체력이 적은 적에게 일단 공막 공격을 먼저 합니다.
맞습니다.
특패가 일성이라 그냥 없어집니다.
If it's checkmate, that actually explains a lot. Oh my god, 3 people died. Hood Boy, Levision, and Mindle. No, guys, it depends if it's checkmate. It depends if it's checkmate.
가장 먼저
If it's checkmate,
특패 헤드라인
I think anybody can. I think they might have crossed the threshold for it.
중요한 건 쌍공과 저 펜타킬 이걸 이겨내느냐가
And that explains why some players were playing for first the way they were, because I think maybe they were playing for the checkmate win.
여기만 이기면 진짜 답이 나오거든요.
체력이 많아서
I'm down for Bintum to win.
어떤 의미를 보일 수 있을까 싶기도 하고요. 자, 야소의 한계를 지금
This Blitzcrank, where you going? Blitzcrank, where are you going? We need you to stay in for the Yasuo.
두 번째 도전.
그리고 중요해.
JJ Star, oh no, what was that, dude?
자, 낭만의 승리 야스.
Oh god, that is not good.
만천.
와.
Oh jeez.
하지만 여기까지 잘 왔는데
문제는 지금부터예요.
문제는 이제 남아 있는 둘이. 그리고 빈틈이 인파스 잡았어요.
자, 이러면 11체력.
Does that mean Empath can block checkmate? It depends if he crossed the threshold.
결국에는
I'll have to see. All I remember is the graphics showed 6 possible games, which is why it made me think that it was just a point total. But Bintum,
친구들이 아니란 말이에요.
아, 그리고 지금 진강 자체.
Twin Terror Executioners, Pog.
자, 야스오가
아무 몸 피했어요.
Okay, is Vex trolled a little bit by aiming at the corner? Huh? Hello? No, we're so close. No, we're so close. 14:41:09. Let me rewind a little bit.
빈틈이라서요. 자, 야스오가
아무모는 피했어요.
빈틈을 파고들 수 있을까요?
그래도 밤끝인데 밤끝.
Okay, look like I just need to buffer a little bit. No, what's going on? Okay, let me refresh the player. 14:41 or 4:41, not 14. It's not 14-hour stream. 4:41. 4:40. Good enough.
그리고 지금 진강 자체도 워낙 잘 빠져 있는 상태의 빈틈이라서요.
Edge United Poppy is like low-key kind of troll because you don't want Poppy to drop aggro from people targeting her. You like kind of want the Yasuo to get stuck on her and seal the deal.
이거 쌍뽕 막을 수 있나요?
That should be it. I mean, like I'm pretty sure this comp is online and too strong now, and that was his biggest opposition.
그리고 인파스는
In path. Oh, and the Yasuo finishes it off. Bintum. Wow. Wow, he wins, dude. He went 8-1, 8-7, 2-1. Like, what a crazy result to end the day. He played so first rate today, and he actually wins.
근데 마지막에
Crazy. Look how happy he is, man. Now, you might be thinking, well, doesn't that just average out to, like, you know, average place? But in Korea, the format gives you bonus points for second and first. So if you get second, you go from 6. Instead of getting 7 points, you get 8. And for first, you get 10 points. And so you're not necessarily, it's slanted more towards top 2. So I know you might be thinking average placement, but the bonus points comes into a really big factor.
이걸로 버티자 하면서 힘들게 6레벨 50골드 상황.
Man, hoggers. Okay, let's go look and see what's gonna happen for the scores. And so this, okay, so this was relevant. This was relevant. So he won. So Bintum wins. He's top seed in this. I don't know. Anyone can read Korean. This is like, is this East Asia Finals or like regionals, something like that? And then these people get seeded into the next cup, ATS 2. This was ATS 1.
야, 스타트 너무 좋았었는데.
Okay, so it's probably the East Asia Finals then. East Asia Finals is like their regionals. I think it's like Korea, Japan, and other regions. Also, sad for Mindle. He went 7th and missed by 1 point. This was so close.
굉장히 어렵지 않습니까?
This was honestly so close. Crazy. Wait, and Impact had, look how close Impact actually ended up getting because he went second that game. 8-1 or 8-1-8. Oh, he went third this game. Never mind. He didn't go 7. Oh, I misremembered. Someone else did. So the next Korean Cup is in 2 weeks. Oh, I'm definitely watching it. I think Korea is actually a fun region. They actually play a lot more reroll comms that make me think about it. So ATS 2 here on in 2 weeks from now, and then this is like the prize money on the line, I think. What's 5 million Korean won? 5 million KR to USD. Almost $4,000. That's not a lot. Sag. That's not that much. Yeah. Multi-millionaire in Korean won. Kind of depends. Kind of depends on what it is. It's nothing to sneeze at. You're right, but it's also like I don't know. You kind of hope for more, but it is what it is. Okay, ATS is the Africa TV TFT series. Africa TV series. Okay, so that will definitively end the Korean